Hello and welcome. Well, what a week it has been for the Lego group with all sorts of different bits and pieces, and it's hopefully going to continue this evening. So, good evening to the weekly Rebrick. So, we are going old school with something that I used to do for a Instagram series where at the end of every week we covered all of the Lego news and did a recap of all the other live streams that we've done. Now, of course, there's new news today. We have got to cover the new Zelda bits and pieces. We've got to cover the huge deals that are on Argos that started today. The offer is £10 off 50, 20 off 100, or 50 off £200 spent at Argos using the Lego offer code, I do believe, on the Argos website. And then, of course, there is something else I want to talk about when the notifications go out with regarding what we were doing yesterday. So as these bits and pieces crack on now, I will catch up with the chat, say hello to absolutely everybody because there's loads of activity in the chat this evening, which is great. So I'm on the fancy website as well. So Ultra Brick says evening. All new set has been revealed today. And then we have news from Shibo. So good evening to Shibo as well. We got Jane. Good evening to Jane. Hopefully your Rivendell set has gone okay. There's loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of them. I'm not going to share all of them. And good evening to GGI and everybody else that is in the background. Now, of course, there is a poll running as per normal. Nice and simple. The poll is, which is going to be the most expensive giveaway purchase by the end of 2026. You've got four choices, as always. You have got, is it going to be the Stranger Things, the Pokemon, the Lord of the Rings, or is it going to be something else? Now, if you're going to vote for something else, let me know what you think it's going to be, because of course, well, that something else could be anything like a new Star Trek set or anything like that. So let me know what you think set-wise it's going to do strongly as a giveaway purchase. Now, we're going to kick off with Zelda. We did all the DC stuff yesterday. So this is basically a continuation of the dual live stream that we did last night. So we'll cover all of the Marvel stuff this evening, but there is a little bit of some, down to word, it's not breaking news. It's just news that I haven't put two and two together from, even after doing the DC stream, which is, of course, in case people don't realize, Mattel now have the master license for DC. So Mattel has lost Pokemon, but they've gained DC. So is that a reason why Arkham is on the chopping block? Because that license for Mattel kicks off at the halfway point of 2026. Right, we are nearly 3 minutes in, which means the notifications are going out. DJ says good timing. Yeah, so we've got lots and lots of bits and pieces planned. And of course, we will be looking at these Lego offers from Argos. I do also this evening want to try and find the torsos for the minifigure vending machine as well. But if we go shop and if we go new, and what has just been added to the Lego website. If we go to newest, I do believe quite a few people are excited about this. It's not the yellow motorcycle. No, it is the brand new Final Battle of Time. I could tell you absolutely zero facts about this set whatsoever. However, it is available for pre-order. It is $99.99, which isn't too bad considering it's just over 1,000 pieces. Now, I did actually get a message from Jay this morning saying that this is out, and I can't quite understand still why this is an 18 plus set, because the piece use is bigger pieces, so it's not like it's a difficulty rating, and the games are aged 9, 12. So I'm still a bit surprised why they've just, because the only difference it is you just get the boring black artwork, and I'm assuming it's just so it matches the other set on the shelf. Because don't forget the Lego City three-way set, that's only 2,000 pieces, and that's only like a 6 plus. So yeah, I always find it a little bit weird. So this is going to be the first time me actually clicking on any of these photos. I've seen the box artwork and all the other little bits and pieces. We'll scroll down. We'll see what all of these bits and pieces are about, because of course this is the other 2-in-1 Zelda set that's about. I know there's a lot of people happy that this has come out, and of course we have then got the Game Boy with the Zelda on as well, which is always smart looking. And of course, we covered all the Arkham stuff before. So, Zelda, then deep dive into Marvel, which I don't think is going to take as long as DC. Then we're going to go into Pokemon. Then we're going to go into Argos bits and pieces. Then we've got to go back to the Lego website for the torso stuff. And then anything else that you guys and girls want to talk about and look at, of course, let me know. Now, on this stream, obviously, I can share your comments up on the screen. So, of course, if you're building anything, doing anything, or thinking about anything, then let me know. So, the first question is the other Zelda set cheaper or more expensive? So the new Zelda set is a lot cheaper than the older one. So we just do a side-by-side comparison of Zelda first before we tuck in, because I know people will want to see this. So you can see that the brick count is 2,500 to 1,003, but the price is also 260 to 99. But the thing that a lot of people got annoyed about this is you don't use all the pieces for both of the sets. So you do get like maybe 2 bags free of this one. You have obviously got a complete 2-in-1 build because you've got the pink version and then you have got the green version on this one. It does look very, very impressive in person. And of course, you do get the minifigures again with this. Both back ends are slightly different. So of course, the piece count and piece use and everything, it's sort of take with a pinch of salt because you're not using that amount of pieces and people just getting a little bit narky that it was a 2-in-1. They would rather have just wanted one or the other and it would have been a little bit cheaper. But now, well, they've been answered, haven't they? So we have got this thing just here coming out. Now, there's a couple of different characters involved in this. I'm not even going to read who the characters are for. I know one of them's Link. Couldn't tell you who any of the others are. If you know, then of course, let me know. It does look very, very impressive indeed. I do like the color usage. Size-wise, actually, before we look into the photos, how big actually is it? So specifications. Size. So it's 11 inches. Hang on. It's 6.5 inches high, so it's under a base plate tall. It's 11 inches wide, so it's just over a base plate wide. And then it's 7 inches deep. So, yeah, it's literally less than a base plate in total. So you don't have to worry about that too much. So it might be quite a small set in hand. But hopefully it packs a punch and it's got lots of detail. And I know a lot of people, reading by the comments, a lot of people are very, very excited about this one. So I can't picture the lines outside the store that day. Which one are we talking? Oh, the giveaway. Ah, right. Okay. Matt, the Pokemon giveaway will be coming back in store on release date. It is, yes. So as stated on the Lego website, the pre-orders for the UK were 8,500 pieces. Obviously, that was a pre-order. And then they're getting a limited run from the 27th of February online and in store. So it's going to be, it's also going to be online, Shibo, as well that day. Pretty good on the minifigures. Going by the last lot of minifigures, they were very much indeed. So you can see what they. Well, we'll get to the actual minifigures themselves. We'll get to them in a little bit. But you can see with regards to the base, looking at it the first time, it is literally just a very, very basic diorama set. Obviously, if you're a fan of the game, then you're going to really, really like this one. If you're not, you're not. It's just going to be one of those. So Ultrabrick says that the figs are excellent in the Zelda set. Yep, they are indeed. So the figures are always very, very good in these sets. It just depends if people are going to buy it for the figures, because don't forget, Link was going for quite a lot of money from the other set, and now it's also going to be in a cheaper set. I'm assuming that this print is the same, but I know you've got different variants in the other set. That is a better look at these. So this character looks absolutely fantastic. So they've done a very, very good job on the prints of all of these. So yes, I think that answers the question, TGI. The prints on these are very, very good indeed. And you can see that you've got the shield. I do like the clear element with the purple handle. I think that does look rather smart. And then you have obviously got, like, I'm assuming it's a princess, and then you have whatever that element is supposed to be. But this is literally a show and tell. There's no facts here. There is absolutely no idea what's going on with this one whatsoever. It has got huge blades. I don't know if they're a newer element or not. I don't know if they've had a recolor, because they are starting to do some newer pieces in the different bits and bobs. Obviously, that's what it looks like without the big thing on it. I'm assuming it's some sort of level. I can see a lot of people mocking the base and adding a lot more to it because, again, there's no reasoning why there should be an 18 set with just how basic this looks. But I think it's just to keep it in theme with the other bits and pieces on the shelf. I'm sure that's all they've done it for. Otherwise, it would have been a slightly younger set. It is indeed. So good evening to Timothy. How are we? Hopefully you are good. So yeah, the new Zelda. It looks nice. I'm sure people are going to really like this one. It's coming at an awkward time though, isn't it? Because Pokemon is going to be released just before this comes out. So it depends on how many people have any money left whatsoever. I don't think this is going to be a direct to the Lego store. So I'm assuming we're going to get this set elsewhere with regards to either Smiths, John Lewis, Argos. We'll check that later on when we have a look at the sales on Argos. We'll see if anybody has this also available for pre-order, because of course, well, we now already know where else is available for Pokemon. So why people are panicking online and trying to sell the pre-order sets for such an amount of money, it's going to be out for 18 months. I do not understand. The giveaway is one thing, but why are people panicking for a set that is easily available worldwide? I do not know. But this has kind of been given the shaft because it is coming out on the 1st of March. And I did think they were going to do a bit of a gaming month, but the Pokemon and this are coming out very, very close together. So we still don't have much coming out at the start of February. So it'd be very, very interesting to see what else is going to be coming out at the start of February. But that is Zelda. So if you are a fan, then of course have a quick look at the box artwork again on the back. Then let me know. I do like, but to be fair, the minifigures do look very, very smart. Not too sure about the actual diorama itself. I think because obviously I don't know anything about it, so it could be super, super, super accurate. But it does look quite basic compared to the other one. Is that fair to say? But they've put the pieces in somewhere, but it does look like they're all bigger elements. So I'm assuming it's all in the big mech instead. So I'm not too sure, to be honest, Shibo. They do look. I don't recognize them anyway. Jay is painting, apparently. Hello, Jay. How are we? Lego now the set's overpriced, but it still works quite better. Well, that's it. If people like it, then they're going to love it. So the minifigure prints are fantastic. All molded legs, arms, yeah, exactly that. So the minifigures are very, very, very good indeed. It's just, are people just going to pick this up? What's money? Exactly. What's money? Nobody knows. For display, it would be a bit more detail and polish. I'm glad the theme, exactly. As long as the theme continues, the main thing is they've obviously made it much more cost effective. So when this goes in, especially for us guys in the UK, because if this does go to Smiths and it's at 99 already, you're going to get another 10, maybe 15 pounds knocked off. And for a lot of people, that's great parts usage for other stuff. And then you get all of the characters and things that you want as well. So because some people might not bother having the base whatsoever and just use the pieces for something else. It's just the way to look at it. But yeah, in the UK, that is not going to be that amount of money. So it's not going to be exclusive. Of course, it's going to go to Nintendo as well. Now, we know the Nintendo website has a massive amount of savings as well, doesn't it? So we know that is a thing. No, I don't think there is any. To be fair, they do look like prints. They do look like prints. So Ultrabrick says no stickers by the looks of it. No, they do look like prints. So that'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice if it is just stickerless. But I'm not too sure. Well, this is the thing. They're gonna ruin it for something, and I'm sure they're gonna wreck it for your Lord of the Rings. I can see that happening. I can see you all being disappointed with Lord of the Rings because they've started off the year extremely strong. Sean the Sheep is roasting nuts, apparently. So we got nut roasting from Sean the Sheep, and Jay's doing a little bit of painting. So isn't that very, very exciting for everybody? But yeah, I see what you've done there. Roasting nuts. Yeah, he's still on the fire with his plums on fire. Yeah, very clever. Very, very clever. The nose is a print. The forehead has to be a print. You can't have that as a sticker. The shield is the shield's a print, isn't it? I don't think that. To be fair, I can't remember from the actual deco tree what it was, but I don't remember seeing blades that big before. I'm trying to go to all of the bigger mechs I'm trying to even think of the Ninjago stuff, and I don't even think they were that girthy. So he's got a good bit of length in his hand, I think that's for sure. So no, I think that looks. By the sounds of it, you guys and girls are very, very excited, which is great. And the shield is a print. Yeah, that's the Ultra Brick shield is print. It's printed. Yep, yep, yep. So yep, no prints, good figures, and it's going to be a good price. So you can't really go too wrong. So yeah, over here, that I think this will do really well. Again, just from take the diorama away from it, and you've got nothing on the actual set that's printed. You could then just mock your own bits and pieces and do what it is you want to do with that. So I'm glad you guys and girls are happy with that one, because they seem to have nailed it with regards to recent sets. We know we'll be covering that in a little bit with regards to Mattel and their Pokemon stuff, because the Americans, as always, are going mental because they can still buy the stuff on the shelf, can't they? So they're wondering why Pikachu's so expensive and yada, 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 yada. The shield's a print. Thank you. Thanks. Without Googling what that is, I would have no idea, but I will have to. I'll have to figure out what the theme is. Tim's clocked onto it. I know. I said he's got some good length in his hand and it's a bit girthy for him. So yeah, exactly that. We're past the watershed, so it's absolutely fine. But yeah, so that is your that is this. That is Zelda. I don't know if you guys and girls prefer this one or not, or if you have got the other one, or if anybody's actually built it and got it in hand, and how they can compare. Because the minifigures from the original one, again, seeing them in person, they were very good. But you've got the teeny tiny one and the taller one. So I'm assuming it's this one again, but obviously they haven't done these. And this one is obviously holding a different shield. So if you want all the elements from all the minifigures, you're going to need to have both sets anyway. So there's no reuses, which is good. Well, do tell, Sheba. I've heard some good news from Lego yesterday. Not sure if anybody's aware of it. Well, get it on the chat. I'll get it up on the screen, and then I'll say you heard it here first. So let me know. Let me know what that good news. Let me know what that good news is. Let me know. Right. So, as you are looking at, I'll set something else up in the background. So I'll find. You can carry on looking at this. You can. There you go. Have a look at that. Look at. You can look at his length as I get the Marvel bits and pieces up in his. I nearly just dropped a little bit of Lego in my lemonade then. That would have been a bit rubbish, wouldn't it? Right, so we are going to cover the Marvel stuff like we were doing with the DC stuff. I also need to find something else as well. So, shot by theme. We are going to go for. Where is it? Lego Marvel. LM. LMN. OPQ. I can't even find it. Where is it? There it is. Oh, it's not called Lego Marvel. It's just called Marvel. Oh. Right, so we are jumping over to the Marvel tab. Now, as we know, you go through this, you click Learn More, and it pops up with all the little bits and pieces. Now, compared to the DC, Marvel has its own fancy video, which we're not going to be watching. And then you have got all of the different characters that we'll have a very, very quick look at. I'm not going to read out all of them like I did yesterday, because there'll be loads of them for this. But you can see all of the effort and detail that they put into this, a bit like what they did with the DC bits and pieces. And of course, you've got all of these on here. So the Iron Man Mark III is still on a back order, and everything else I think is all good to go. So they haven't got any games on here like they did with the DC one. That's why I thought this would be a little bit quicker to find and go through. But they've got characters, Avengers, video games, Spider-Man. So let's have a look at the characters and see how many characters that are involved. So we've got bits and pieces to read. You can see you've got all of them on there. Thor, Captain America, Thanos, Hulk, Black Widow with her really cool print on that one as well. Black Panther, they have got tons of them. So to get through all of these, Star-Lord, Rocket, Gamora, and Groot. So there's not too many. There's not too many to take a look at. Now, Jay knows all about this. I don't know if he's lurking in the background or not. But after the stream last night, so I'm just going to leave that out there because I think the artwork looks great. I was trying to find out a little bit more information about Mattel with regards to what it is they're going to be doing with construction sets moving forward. Because last year it all changed with regards to Mattel reclaimed the DC figure line. But then there's also a lot of rumors now around this. So as I'm talking about it, because it will get us off from DC into Marvel quite nicely. We know now, by now, if you don't know, Mattel opened up their own brick shop last year. And this isn't new news. This is just something that we haven't actually covered when we're doing the DC bits and pieces. So I'm just using Brick Fanatics because they've got all the little bits and pieces on here. Now, the reason why this is relevant is that it kicks off halfway through 2026. And we know Arkham is retiring. Now, with how the license is worded, and you can see Mattel has secured the licensing rights to DC characters, including Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and more from the second half of 2026. But we scroll through and get across all the little bits and pieces. There is it on this bit? I think it might be this bit. So the toy joint, we know that the main competitor at the moment, don't want to click on that. The main competitor at the moment is obviously Mattel with regards to themes. That's branded bits and pieces. Now, they kicked everything off with their Hot Wheel stuff. They lost Pokemon. Lego Group has taken Pokemon. And I didn't put 2 and 2 together last night until I was like, I wonder if the Lego Group's going super, super heavy in Pokemon because they might not be able to do as much with the DC license anymore. Because it comes round to how is it worded? The press release dated 27th of February last year reveals that the Mattel has been awarded the global licensing rights to develop a full marketing range of DC-themed action figures, play sets, accessories, role-play products, and adult collectibles. So with the way that's worded, have Mattel landed the rights to actually make construction sets? Will the Lego Group be able to share the rights of doing it, a bit like how they do with, say, Star Wars, where they build the construction stuff, and obviously Hasbro have all of those little bits and pieces. But I don't know. Hang on. Let me go put through. What's all this about? Hang on. What? We've got some breaking news. I didn't see it. Breaking news, and now the breaking news is here. Hang on. So Sean says, go and Shiba, do tell. Ultra Brick says, the Zelda Advent is good from Lego as well. What? I've heard some good news from Lego, not sure if anybody's aware of it. And then at DJ will be sick. What? I am lost. Uh-oh, hang on. Come on. You're just winding everything up, are you? Are you just winding everybody up? Oh, yeah, we know this. Yes. So we'll cover that as well this evening. So Bricklink Series 3 and 4 will be coming back in stock, limited runs across the world. America and Australia have their bits. And I do believe over in the UK, we have it. There's a date for that as well, isn't there? So, yeah, keep it quiet. It's a bit like Fight Club. Don't tell everybody. So it'll just be interesting. It'd be interesting to see with regards to this, with regards to how this is actually worded, because it's got play sets written in there. So it just depends on what they're allowed and what happens, because it's only because if Arkham is retiring this year and there's no big DC sets coming out, because this is what it goes on to say later on. They're just wondering. It's exactly saying what I was saying. This carries on all about Mattel and all that kind of thing. But this is what I did learn from this. Right, here you go. So it's not clear from the press release whether Mattel will hold exclusive rights to the DC characters from the second half of next year, so that's halfway through 2026, or whether it will share the license with the Lego Group. The specific mention of play sets and adult collectibles could be a regional cover construction A-sets apart Mattel Brickshop, but they've also have a chance at a license that only extends Mattel the products and Lego Group. Yeah. But they said something along the lines of why they can't do individual minifigures. and it's something to do with the Hasbro. There it is, which has the license for Star Wars action figures. A fact that the Lego Group has repeatedly pointed to when explaining the inability to sell standalone Star Wars minifigures. So those minifigures that everybody really likes that are a keyring, they obviously have to do that for a reason because, well, they're not allowed to be in sort of direct competition with the 6-inch game. So it's just throwing it out there because Mattel have lost Pokemon. Is it going to affect the Lego Group at all? It might not do. It might be absolutely fine. Let's be honest. What we found out yesterday, they are not doing much with the Lego Group whatsoever with regards to DC bits and pieces. And it would just be interesting moving forward if they're just going to stick with Batman and lose Superman, Wonder Woman, and everybody else, or it'll be absolutely fine. But that's the end of DC stuff. We are about to start the Marvel stuff. That article, here we go. So Jay, I'm glad Jay's here. That article isn't up to date. They released kid scale figures from July. McFarlane can sell from 2026 and the adult line moves 2027. There we go. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Gareth asks, Zelda reveal, yay or nay? Well, going by what everybody else is saying, Gareth, they are liking it for that. So that is this thing just here. So I just happened to have that tab up. So another quick look at this with regards to all the little bits and pieces. I am still a bit confused why Arkham is only going to be out for 2 years when it is been on, well, back order for ages and ages and ages and ages. I just wonder if they are going to be focusing more on their new line of Pokemon and they might just be shunting DC to the side. I'd like to think they won't, but I don't know if they're going to be doing a bit of a tag team and a switcheroo. But yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see what pans out and happens later on, because that was the most up-to-date thing with regards to the brick that I could find. And I can't find any Lego press release. I did try and look, but I couldn't see anything. So that is the Zelda. Right, moving on to Marvel. Let me catch up with the chat. So we've got yay for Zelda. Yay. So let's be honest. I think the Zelda's going to sell quite well. And we didn't look. I'm assuming it's not coming with a giveaway. It's not a giveaway, is it? There's no giveaway with it. It's just pre-order now. There's no cheeky giveaway. No. Just the first to the third. So if you're not a Pokemon fan, you're going to go for this, aren't you? That's as simple as that. So they are going for a gaming scenario, I think. And there's nothing else that we don't know on the website that's coming now, do we? We've been waiting for all of this. So what we got Iron Man, and then Spider-Man. Eventually, we've got a couple of characters. See how much more detail this page is for Marvel, for Iron Man, than it is for Batman. That is madness. Right, Iron Man, Tony Stark. The Iron Man first appeared in the Marvel Comics Tales of Suspense in 1963. The same year, the character became a founding member of the Avengers, who widely changed the lineup, was portrayed as the Earth's mightiest superheroes. Such was the character popularity, Iron Man was given its own self-titled comic series in 1968. The appeal of Iron Man continued to grow into the 21st century, resulting in the character being chosen for the Marvel Cinematic Universe movie in 2008. And let's be honest, that only worked because of who played Iron Man. What a fantastic actor he is. Right, for the first of the Iron Man series movies was a big success. It followed in 2012 with the Avengers movie, starting with Marvel, the Avengers assembled in the UK. On top of that, continuing demand for the new Iron Man comics and movies, the Iron Man superhero toy and action figure, and Lego, we don't care about any of that. So yeah, we know that is a thing. We know that they've done tons and tons of stuff for Marvel. Now we know we're talking about what we would like to see coming from DC this year in 2026. There was calls for the Wayne Tower. I think a lot of people wanted the Daily Planet, because I think the Daily Planet would have gone really, really well with Arkham. But I know there's no rumors of it. But what big Marvel set would you guys and girls like next? That is the question. Who would you... Oh, they've got a whole separate page for Spider-Man. Well, we haven't got time for all of that. Are you going to just give us the characters? Am I going to have to click on this every single time? Yeah, we go. Right. So we'll read the minifigures individually and have a quick look at the artwork, because I think the artwork and everything looks rather smart. What else we got? that just gives us all of the bits and pieces. It's not as big a write up for Spider-Man compared to Tony Stark. Let's carry on. Oh, I've left a comment up on the screen. Let me go. Matt, I still don't get what Mattel is. Is it like right? Okay. So Jay said it's one of the biggest toy companies in the world, third, I think. However, they have also had a few crack of the whips with regards to construction sets, and they have just opened up properly a proper try at it, I guess, because they weren't called Mattel bricks; they were called other bits and pieces, and it was a mess. It just was a mess. But they had Pokemon basically before Lego, and this is where it's all chopping and changing over. So they've got a new thing called Mattel Brick Shop. So let's cover this quickly. So here it is, Mattel. So what they have is Mattel is all of your Hot Wheels. It's all of the other little bits and pieces. I mean, it's massive. They do Barbie. They do all of that kind of thing. But you've got these two bits on the websites. They've got to have other stuff than this. Now, I'll show you the action figures of what they do, so you can see who Mattel are. So there you go. You've got He-Man, you've got Castle Grayskull, you've got all of these bits and pieces. This is who Mattel are. So this is where you go into your toy shops and you pick up all these little bits and pieces. But for Mattel Creations, they had all the Pokemon bits and pieces. Here we go. And this is it. So this is why I said it might be a little bit fruity with the Lego group doing it so quickly with this still out. Obviously, it's now selling out, but it's huge in the States. It wasn't massive over here. We had it in Smith's. It's easy available, but it was mega, as you can see. It was just mega constructs is what it was. And people kind of walked past it, didn't really pay too much attention to it, but the actual Pokemon sets themselves are good. But they do Squid Game. They do all the Barbie bits and pieces. They have huge licenses like Lego, basically. That's what it is. But now they've opened up their own brick shop. They've lost Pokemon, but they have the DC license, so they now can make more action figures and board games and all that kind of thing. And this is obviously very, very impressive because it all moves about. But the one that they're comparing it to is the Pokemon, the Pikachu, like Eevee, moves about on the little stand, and obviously it's all to do with pricing, and it's just going to be tough for them. They probably, in all fairness, should have started with the minifigure scale stuff and then introduce this later on in the year. That way, people wouldn't have just been kicking off as much as they are. Not they are, but you know what people are like. But it sold out. So they made like 5 million, didn't they, in like 12 minutes or something stupid. So I think they made a good executive decision. But yeah, that's basically Mattel in a nutshell. They are enormous company. And yeah, they sell all sorts of everything. And now they are just going to be opening up their brick shop a lot more fruity, basically. Sean is having cheese. To be honest, the Mattel itself, Jay has thousands of products from Mattel with regards to it being in his 6-inch line. But the actual bricks that I have got the Castle Grayskull from He-Man, and it was okay. It's just I wouldn't want to take it apart and rebuild it because the plastic did seem a little bit different. But I have absolutely no idea with regards to their new stuff. So going by the looks of what they do with Pokemon, it looked very, very, very good indeed. But their new brick shop for all of their cars, people are raving about it. So yeah, I think it's going to be good. Oh, we have a chicken burger with cheese. Is that what it is? A double? Oh, very, very, very nice. So yeah, let me know what it is you're going to be eating this evening, because of course that's a traditional thing on a Friday evening. So let's have a quick look at Spider-Man. So remember, we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel stuff like we did with DC yesterday. We've had a quick look at Zelda, but we'll be jumping back to that. We'll be taking a look at the huge sale that has just started in Argos, and then we're going to be going over all the Pokemon bits and pieces, and of course, just bouncing around all the different sets like we are now. So there's no rush on a Friday night, which is good. So Spider-Man, the Spider-Man first appeared in the Marvel Comics Amazing Fantasy in 1962. The following year, it was given its own comic book series, The Amazing Spider-Man, and was soon Marvel's top-selling title, and character became a cultural icon. And now, of course, Sony ruin everything. But yeah, that is basically that. So you have this. So 1972, Spider-Man's popularity was used to raise the profile of the superheroes and villains within the Marvel team. It's a shame that they don't actually give us all of the sets that the characters are in, but they just don't. So it is what it is. So we will go through, and they've done it differently as well, because on the DC one, they had them all up at the bottom, which is easy to click on, but it is nice to see these photos. I think it's quite nice to see all these little bits and pieces. All right, let me catch back up with the chat quickly. Oh, hang on. Jay says he's eating chips physically on the floor, no plate included, because apparently the maneuvers have gone mad. So you done poured it on the floor. Surprised that Cooper's flying controller polybag isn't in the poll. Oh, good grief. Amazing Fantasy 15. Come on, Lego, be more accurate. There we go. They've done it wrong. See, Jay is fact-checking. Jay is fact-checking while stuffing his face on the floor. They've got it wrong. Or Jay's wrong. Now, if Jay's wrong, Google it. The pressure's on, Jay. Send me the link. I want to know who is right. Is the Lego group right? Or is Jay right? Because Lego Group did me dirty as well last year, because I was talking about Batman and Robin. And I said, this is the Batman and Robin car. And it said it was something else. Absolute nonsense. And it made me look stupid. But Thor's Marvel's comic debut came in 1962. Journey into the Mystery as a founding member of the Marvel Avengers, as he appeared in numerous Avengers stories until 1966. He was given his own self-titled comic book series, The Mighty Thor. The numerous appearances in the Marvel Cinematic Universe began in 2011. Thor, the next year, the character appeared in the Avengers. This was followed by Thor Dark World in 2013, Avengers Ultron in 2015, Ragnarok in 2017, Infinity War most timing right in 2020. God, I think 2019 was Endgame, and we are 2026. It's amazing to think when we saw the Batman films and how long ago those were when they were telling us. That's a terrifying thought. But yeah, minifigures look great for Thor. You get lots of different variations of them as well, because you've got the different variation. Because I'm not too sure if Sean has got Thor's hammer. I know that they are available. Sean is going to be selling that set, by the way. So Sean the Black Sheep is selling that set. But I'm not too sure if Sean has the exclusive Thor minifigure in that set. Chips are on the paper. Fair enough. He sat on the floor, numb backside like I am right now. Ryan remembers a drunken David Hasselhoff eating a burger off the floor. Jane, welcome back. So, how was Rivendell for you? Did you enjoy it? I read the comments earlier on, and I jumped in, and everybody had gone quiet. It's like, oh, I must smell or something. But I did read some of them saying that you haven't got anything else to build, and Rivendell has disappeared. So, yeah, I think Sean the Sheep has got Thor's hammer ready to buy, but I don't know if it includes a different minifigure. So, does it? So, if anybody wants this set, I do believe it is on his shopping list. This is the set. Do believe it's new in box as well. Now, I don't know if it's exclusive to this set or it was first time in the line of this set, because obviously they've done a lot of Thors. But you can see you've got all the cool little bits and pieces, all the little references from the bits. You've got gauntlets and all that kind of thing. But the actual minifigure for Thor, it's a cool little placement for all of that. There is something exclusive about it, but I don't know what it is. So I don't know if they reused this torso in the new Marvel sign. Not too sure. So there was something at one point, but now I don't know. I don't know if that is the case or not, but there we go. So it is there if you want it. And this is Thor looking quite fruity. And there you go. If you want to read all the rest of them, you can just carry on, because I read them all yesterday. It took about an hour and a bit to go through all of them, and there's quite a few of these, but we'll just go through the core group before we tuck into the Pokemon stuff. Anything new that is on the website? What nice artwork have they given Cap, and what minifigure are they using? So name the set, everybody. By the way, that should be another good game for you. You can name the set. How many of them do you own? And of course, what is coming for Marvel in 2026? Is anything actually going to happen or not? Sean says hello. He's completely ignored the question. There I am trying to sell his Thor's hammer, and he was too busy eating his chicken burger. He couldn't type quick enough. So Jane said, enjoyed the set. Fantastic. Deformed brick. Well, that's not very good. You can, I was going to say, oh, that's right. You've done it. You know, I was going to say, you can, you could have just got in contact with the Lego group and they'll sort it out for you. That has been sorted out for you, so you're absolutely fine. And apparently, it looks like Noel Edmonds. Oh yeah, they have done quite a lot of Thors. That's the one that you're talking about. Yeah. I'm going to say I was about to say that isn't Cap, but you clearly wrote Thor. So Captain America. Many of the familiar superheroes today. Captain America made his debut in 1941 in the Timely Comics. Timely Comics, the forerunner to Marvel Comics, titled Captain America Comics. The character soon became a popular wartime superhero, taking on the Germans and Japanese forces with patriotic vulgar. Oh, well, not much has changed since 1941 then, we're now in 2026 and it's all going to kick off again. The release in 1944 of the Captain America movie seals made that the Captain America, the first Marvel comic character to exist beyond the pages of a comic book. In the more recent years, Captain America has starred in many movies, as well as making cameos appearances in others. So basically, they've listed them all at the bottom. They just couldn't be bothered to write them in there. But you can see they have used a couple of different figures in it, but again, it would have been nice if they just let us know what set they were from, because I know people like to collect all of these, and obviously we're talking about sets and figures, because don't forget yesterday, what was it, the Apocalypseburg got brought up, wasn't it? And somebody wanted the Harley Quinn from the Apocalypseburg set, and then once you guys and girls did your research, you realized how much more it was. So Sean says the alternate face is much better on that Thor minifigure. Fair enough. Yeah, the figures do look pretty cool. Yeah, they are nice, but they have done, because we were looking at the CMFs, weren't we? Yesterday. Because they've done the DC CMFs and they have done 2 Marvel waves of CMFs as well. So if you're unsure about these, this is what the pack looks like. And you can see all of your characters that are in here. Very, very good characters. Obviously, this is when it's basically a Disney takeover, wasn't it? This is what all of these are from. So if you've never watched Disney at all, or if you stopped watching after Endgame, you are not going to know who any of these characters are at all. So, yeah, it's good fun. I think this is actually, this is the wave of them, isn't it? Apart from Gamora. Was Gamora in that outfit in the... That's the What If. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think... Is that out her? Is that TV in one of the TV episodes or not? I don't know, but I haven't seen all the What If stuff, so even I haven't got a clue. But they do look very, very good. So if you're a fan of the DC ones that we saw yesterday, and you didn't know that this was a thing, well, this is your Marvel ones. This is obviously they're not in the boxes, so you can have a bit of a fondle and a fiddle, and you can easily tell the difference between the 2 shields, because obviously one's got a hairpiece and one of them's got a hat. So they were easy to get because I got an army of zombies. So Zombie Cap. Really, really very good detailed print on Zombie Cap. He did look very, very good indeed. Yeah, you've got Scarlet Witch is in there up at the top. Who's the British? Oh, I don't know. Is it Peggy? Oh, dear. No, it's not. I can't actually remember what her name is. I can't remember. Like I said, I've lost all interest in it. Since Spider-Man. It's just completely lost interest in it. It's taken too long to get good again. If you stuck with it, fair play to you, but I just can't be... I can't be dealing wasting my life watching just endless awfulness. It doesn't get much better with DC either. And I try and try. And they give us something amazing like The Batman and then decide to wait a decade until they give us the second one. Oh, what a day and age we live in at the moment. Right, but the Lego, the second series, here it is this one. So you've got, again, a more mix of different bits and pieces. You've got Moon Knight and everybody knocked in there. Some of the TV shows were okay, but it just proves how many characters they've introduced off the actual, from the sort of cinematic universe from the TV shows. And like, I don't have access to Disney. So if I was ever to watch these films at the cinema and these characters came in, I wouldn't know who they are and it wouldn't make any sense to me whatsoever. And unless you're a die-hard fan now, trying to keep up with all of these things, it is very, very, very difficult to do. Because obviously everything's on completely separate streaming services now. So that is regards to the CMFs. I think, though, I still prefer the DC CMFs. I think these are really good mix up of ones, and we saw these yesterday. I think these are pretty cool because they've got a big mix. And of course, that is the comic that they keep talking about. I'm sure Jay actually has that comic in many sizes. Peggy, I thought it was Peggy. Yeah. I thought it was Peggy. Yes, I was right. Yeah, it was Peggy. I'll ask away, and if I get it wrong, I can just speak to my advisor Jay on a different day, and then come back with the correct answer. Yeah, Peggy Carter. There's a complete 3 series of Peggy on it's on ITV, I think it was. Yeah, the complete thing of that. So Captain Britain, complete mix. But yeah, these minifigures I think do look very, very, very good indeed. They do look very, very good. But that is obviously what we've covered at the start. Where are we now? We are here. So that is what Cap looks like and does and everything else. And then, well, we're now getting into the big figs because we were looking at the big figs from DC yesterday, which obviously are a lot of money. And again, I do believe certain Thanoses and things in big fig form are also quite expensive. And there is other big figs out and about. Good evening, 321. How are we? There we go, Sean. Yes, so that might be available because, like we said at the very, very start of the stream, there is a restock coming for Series 3 and 4 of the Bricklink Designer Program, which means you will get them at price. I read somewhere that Henry Cavill's going for Britain, isn't he? Henry Cavill's going for Captain Britain. I thought he's in his all like Union Jack type thing. I saw something that he might be thinking about that, but again, that's probably absolute nonsense as well. I think what it is just the sets that have. I think it's just a sets that basically just didn't get sold, or people pre-ordered it and a mistake was made with their bank. Or something like mine, for example, because mine's going to get resold at some point because mine just never got sent because there was a complete mess up. So they will be sat on excess stock, and then it will be kicked out. I think it's everywhere. We've got them in Europe and America. So there's a restock for a different series in the States, I think, as well. But ours over here has been listed, so we'll have a look at that as well. Arkham said. Arkham has been on a 6-day back order for here for a while. I don't think we'll see the Insiders weekend. No, I don't think we will. They always do DC dirty. I don't understand what's going on with there. Is there a Bricklink sale? No, it's not a sale. There's a restock of all the bits and pieces. And 321 says there is indeed, yes. So we haven't covered that yet. We are later on in the streams, don't worry. But yeah, it's is it 10 off? Yeah, you got 10, 20, and 50 off, haven't you? You've got 3 different codes that you can use for that, which is very, very good. And there we go. I'm going to order Arkham at the end of the month and double points. I do not blame you at all. It's going to go very, very quickly. I think it's going to go just like the Daily Bugle did. It's going to go probably halfway through the year, and they're just going to go away with it. I just can't understand why they are, but they are. So they always do DC dirty. They always have done, and they always will continue to do DC dirty. But this is Thanos. So Thanos' first appearance in 1973 Marvel Comics, an Invincible Iron Man. Oh, the Invincible Iron Man, sorry. He returned in the extended storyline that spanned numerous of issues, different titles. It wasn't until 2004, however, where his first character appeared in a self-titled publication. In the cinemas, Thanos made a tantalizing first appearance as Loki's benefactor during the end credits of the 2012 Avengers. In 2018 Infinity War, Thanos began his legendary crusade to gather all 6 Infinity Stones, but a spoiler, with the ultimate aim of destroying half of life from the universe. Yeah, so that is the 2 different figures. They've done others, I think, with regards to the prints, but there are multiple ones that you can do. After you've got the big bits in his hammer where you can put the Infinity Stones in. That's a cool looking figure, actually, with the sort of the gauntlet that's on it in the grey outfit, and then you've got the sort of deeper blue outfit as well with a different face print and things like that. So yeah, they do look good. And again, it's in games, it's in little films that they've done. There's lots of different bits and pieces that you can do and find for all of these characters. But no, it is a good selection of figures. And again, same thing with Hulk. Hulk is huge. So we'll just have a quick look at the Hulk. I don't know if they've done a slightly different shade. Yeah, they have. So they've got the old school sort of purple shorts, and then they've got the blue. So Hulk, popular Marvel comic character, initially appeared in the first appearance of the Incredible Hulk in 1962, went on to feature other titles such as in Fantastic Four in 1963, and in the same year became the founding member of Avengers team of superheroes. A successful television series in the 1970s broadened the character's appeal beyond comic book I'm not even going to pronounce that. The mainstream audience. They eventually led to characters' appearance on the big screen in 2003 and the Hulk in 2008 and the Incredible Hulk. And the Incredible Hulk, the ride, is also fantastic at Universal. So, we've got, hang on. We've got stuff coming through. What link? What link are we going on about? Which link's this? So we'll see. I'm not too sure. I've lost. I'm missing something. So I can see it through the other way. With regards to the poll at the moment, everybody that's liked the poll, everybody that's liked the video so far, thank you very much indeed. And everybody that's taken part in the poll with 13 votes in, 46% of you think the Pokémon is going to be the most expensive giveaway purchase by Christmas. Right. What is going on with this? Do you think we're going to have a 3 giveaway point this year? No, they'll never do that. It's only for Willy Wonka. That's the only ever time that they've done it for, and that answers my question. Only for Willy Wonka. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we have we've got a stack, have we? So 321 says, I've got the Simpsons Krusty Burger for 130. It's 180 plus a £20 Speed Champion, £50 off from Argos. That's a 4% blue light voucher equals £144 payment, discounted lumped on Krusty and the Speed Champion 14. So this is it. The Krusty Burger now, I said when second it came to Argos, you can get that for a massive amount cheaper. And the fact that they are doing this, get £50 off, £200 spent, that is a very, very good way of doing that. So yes, well done, as says Ultra Bricks as well. The Bricklink. No, it's I'm not too sure if you have to be part of their emails or not. I don't know if it's just going to go live and you've just got to do it, or how that's going to work. We'll jump onto the Bricklink website in a little bit and see. But I know the countdown date's been going on for a little while now. So it'd be an interesting one to see what's going on with that. But with regards to the Hulk, we have got a little bit more information on the left-hand side. So we've got more as part of a assembled cast, which is this movies, Iron Man 2, Thor. No, there's no other information apart from film. So yeah, they're not giving us much with regards to these. The DC stuff was a lot better write-ups, but they've just given us more stuff from Marvel. So what else is there on here that is different? So you've got the sets, you've got the characters. Because I'm surprised he didn't give us a full tour of the Avengers Tower, because they gave us a full tour of Arkham, and obviously they told the story and gave us every single Easter egg. Like, I didn't even realize Mr. Freeze's thing was on the roof until they had said. So the fact that they had pointed everything out. Oh, here we go. They've done it for the X-Men Mansion. We'll read it for the X-Men Mansion as well. We'll be fair and we'll do it for both. So, all the Easter eggs, 10 things to discover inside the X-Men Mansion. Now, question is, does Jay know all 10 Easter eggs? Because he has actually built this and done it, but he might learn something maybe. There is a giveaway, yes. So, the Lion Knights dance, which we were looking at yesterday, is from the 19th to 28th. So, it should fall inside the Bricklink restock, but I don't recall. Yeah, I'm not too sure how that will work, because they are now stating that they are excluded from any giveaway purchases. So I would just say no. And if you do, and just do it as a completely different, separate thing, that'd be the easiest way of doing it. Right. So what 10 Easter eggs do we have in here? Right. Okay, 10 things discovered inside the X-Men Mansion. Following the lives of the mutants with generic traits known as X-Gene, that grants them the superpowers the X-Men have featured in comics, movies, and animated series, and more. Now they're appearing in the Lego set based on the X-Men Mansion, the headquarters that houses Xavier and Higher Learning. As we welcome, get on with it. There we go. All right, great. First fact: it's designed by 2 X-Men Supermans. Okay. It's mostly based on the classic series. There we go. This is 10 times worse than what they've done for Arkham. So they're giving us all clues to the different bits and pieces with regards to stuff works on the roof and how it told a story. They are scratching the barrel for this. It features classic rooms and locations. Yeah. So these aren't really Easter eggs, are they? They're literally things that we can see. It's packed with interactivity. Not because, yeah. There's a lot of Easter eggs. Well, I thought this is what we were looking for. I thought you were going to give us 10 Easter eggs. Right. We have 46 stickers. So there's a minimum of 46 references to the X-Men universe. Wow. It would take so long to list them all, but favours include a beach calendar, some hidden bubblegum, and a certain character lying on a bed looking at a photograph. And that's it. Is that all they're going to give us? Oh, wow. Okay. No, I'm not even going to give it the light of day. Let's move on to something much more interesting, because I am bored of looking at that very, very quickly. The DC stuff kept me very highly entertained, but that Marvel stuff is absolutely nonsense. So you guys are talking about Bricklink. Is there any Bricklink information? Let's have a look. We'll do Bricklink, and then we'll go over to Argos, and then we'll jump over to the other offers. So with regards to the current Bricklink designer program, you've got 30 days. I don't know. All right, so I'll go to Jay's blog, because Jay's a good guy for doing this. Here we go. So this is what you guys and girls are talking about. So you can see the sets that are involved. So 3 and 4, that's what we'll go through. So let's have a look at 3 and 4. We're going to have a look at the restocks. So series 4 is the big train. The medieval seaside market might come back, because it might have sold out and people might not have paid for it. So these are the 5 sets that you have the opportunity for here. So if you wanted the Ensiegement, for example, and you might get lucky in getting that at cost, you might get the Wild West train again at cost. So there's some nice bits and pieces that potentially are going to be available. That's it. Very mixed on the. It's not in person. It's a nice looking set. I've only seen it through Jay, and the display ability and the minifigures and everything are great. But I can't, I'm not reading that trough because the DC stuff, they did less of it, but it was much more well written. And they gave us actual Easter eggs within the actual thing. But they're just going to say the Easter eggs are on 46 stickers, and I'm not going to give it the time of day. But they are the 5 sets from series 4. So I don't know if any of you are interested in any of these. So you've got the Medieval Seaside Market. We'll have a quick look at each one. So that is what that one looks like. So you can see you've got all the nice detail and everything. The likelihood of you being able to pick one of these up might be difficult, but yeah, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with this. But if any of you want any of these and you might get lucky, then good luck to you. But yeah, you got the Medieval Seaside Market, you got the boat, you got the Wild West train, which is obviously great. And don't forget, obviously all of these didn't sell out, so they've actually, well, they wouldn't have made any more than what they needed to. This is just literally surplus stock. This was at a time where they were capped to a lot less as well. And then series 3, Hardmaster Office, what a set that is. Art of Chocolate, again, what a fantastic set that is. They didn't sell out either, which I was amazed about. Of course, everybody was all in for this Forest Stronghold, which, to be fair, is still easily available to get on the second-hand market. It's not holding its value. It's not holding its value at all. So some of the sets don't. Some of the sets do. I've got the Harbour Master Office. I've got the Harbour Master Office as well, and it is very, very, very nice looking set. That does look very, very good. And 321 has the Harbour Massive set as well. Yeah, it just depends on what's available. Just depends on what's available. You just don't know what's going to be there, do you? So this is how you do it. Go to account settings, my contract settings, make sure the Bricklink newsletter and Bricklink marketing emails are ticked at the bottom and save settings. There we go, 321. Thank you very much indeed. So that's how you do it. So if you're unsure, I'll leave that up on the screen so you can reread that and you can see. But yeah, you've got five sets. And now, obviously, the Lost City might come back. And that was the lowest ever selling Bricklink set. And I'm not trying to be nasty, but now people might be thinking, well, actually, that might be worth quite a lot of money, because if somebody just didn't take it, this is a perfect exploring type set. It does work. It just looked really nice, actually, this set. But it's just was going up against some other really difficult things, wasn't it? And obviously Hardmaster, I went in for both straight away and I was happy with those. And that's actually I think that's actually the last ones I've been sent from Bricklink themselves. I've had to backtrack some of the others. But no, the Art of Chocolate and the Hardmaster, fantastic builds, really, really very good. And they all are. All the Bricklink design program stuff is very, very good. But this is how this is going to work. Right, so we've got a bit of a restock coming through. So it says, have you missed out on the previous Bricklink Designer Program sets? Well, you're in luck. Bricklink have just announced that the excess for 3 and 4 will go on sale next week, following the successful trial of Series 1 and 2 restocks. Lego fans have a second chance at 3 and 4. The restock schedule go live instead of the staggered method last time. It'll be at the following time. So there is your times. Can you guys go see your times? If you can't, I will do what I can to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah. So if you want any of these bits and pieces, keep your eyes peeled on the page. Right, so that's the list of stuff. That's also the pricing as well. So the Forest Stronghold, I do it. Well, you can see it's $299, £250. Lost City, £240, $290. The Art of Chocolate, what a bargain that is at $189 or $229. Harbour Master's Office Again, fantastic set, 159 or 209. And then the Camping Adventure is 54 or $44 and pounds. The Series 4, the boat is £149, $169. The Wild West Trains, £250 to $80. The Seaside Market is £200 or $230. The Engagement, or the Encampment, sorry, is £200 or $230. And the Riverside is $169 or $200. So you've just got to be careful. Well, you can't get too excited because it's just excess. So you would think that a lot of the ones that sold out, you would have thought would have sold out, but maybe not. Maybe people ordered 3 of them and just didn't pay for them or whatever it is like that. So you just don't know what's going to be available and how many, of course, are going to be available, because it's just the sets that either they made a few extra of just to be careful, or sets that people just didn't bother paying for. So you might only have like 3 of one of them. So you are going to have to be very, very quick if you do want any of these. And I know that Series 1 and 2 went in a heartbeat. So yeah, you are going to have to be quick. But there is some nice sets in these, and yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happen moving forward. The Dracula, yeah. So that Dracula set is fantastic. So my favorite Brick set is the Dracula one. Yeah, that's one of the better looking sets that they've done in a long, long time. 321 says, I'll be ordering the Forest Castle for selling the Art of Chocolate for me to go with the Wonka. Ooh, you're gonna do a tag team of the Art of Chocolate with the Willy, and the Medieval Seaside Market for selling but might keep. Now, we haven't actually seen if Willy is on any offers. No, still available, still full price. That's it. No surprise, is it? It's still easily available in store as well. Obviously, it's a nice looking set, but it is what it is with that, isn't it? So yeah, so you're gonna have to tuck your teeth into that and just basically hope for the best and see what happens with regards to all of these. Right. So we will move on to Argos, I think. I think that's what we'll do. We've covered Bricklink, so let's go over to Argos. So there, if you're in the UK, you might find this one helpful, or you might find it expensive. So over in the UK, we now have lots and lots of different places you can get stuff from. And one of those places you can get stuff from, well, it's here. So you can see all of these down on this bit. So you've got where it says use the code Lego. That is your offers, which I said right at the very, very start of the stream. But if you're going deep and you want to spend the £200 to get £50 off, that is where obviously, I don't know if it's the biggest saving, but you are going to get £50 knocked off the Falcon. So when I said the Lego group are going to have to do something, yes, I can. Hang on. There we go. So Art of Chocolate. The reason why it's called the Art of Chocolate is because it is a full-blown chocolate factory in the background. So you have got all of the different rooms, all of the different bits and pieces that are in there. And you can see you've got the actual factory making bit. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous set. You can sit down and do all the bits and pieces. And you have got all of the detail on this. And it does look very, very smart indeed. And it's a very, very Christmassy set. It works really nicely with the Winter Village sets. It goes in great scale with all of those. Obviously, it's like a dollhouse back with doors that open. They have actually given you 3 Christmassy-ish figures, and then one with a random banana T-shirt, and then you've got the workers as well. But no, it is a very, very, very nice looking set. So there you go. Hopefully, You can see that, and that's hopefully that helps you. Well, it's already been and gone, that one. So it was £189, DJ, I think. But again, it just depends if it's coming back. It might not. It might not come back. It's because it's sold out. If everybody got it, and like 321 said, is if those are available, because the current series, this is series 3 and 4, but we're already in what, 7 now, aren't we, for that series? Bricklink Design Program current series. So the submissions for series 10. So the countdown is on for series 7. So these are in 30 days' time. These have the prices on for these 5 sets. And then you have to wait 6 months until they get shipped to you. So it's always on a big delay. So the Art of Chocolate came out halfway through 20. I think, when did I build it? I would have built it halfway through 25 last year, I think. So yeah, there's lots of different bits and pieces on there, but no, it's just going to be lucky dip with regards to that. So fingers crossed you can obviously get it, but you're just going to have to be wary. But with regards to the big sets up top, you are getting £50 now. So you can get the cheese will be 510. The Falcon is going to be, I don't think I've ever seen the Falcon that low. I do not think I have seen the Falcon that low before. So the fact that it's going to be under £500 is just madness. But was it 475? So yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the Falcon that low. So the fact that it's going to be that, because the Lego group are going to have to put their Falcon in to a big sale. I say this all of the time. The Falcon on the Lego website at the moment is so overpriced. It's £734. So it's £734, and that exact same set right now is in Argos for under £500. So just be really careful when you do all of your shopping, because in the UK, we get stuff on sale all of the time. So you've got the 2 Technic cars, look great. You've also got the 2 big Star Wars sets up at the top, and I think it's going to carry on, because I don't know what's in it. So where it just says use the Lego code, I'm assuming it's going to be for everything, because the other offer is running. So you can see you're getting, so the Harry Potter's down to 300. The Dungeons and Dragons is another £50 knocked off, which is a great saving. Obviously, you're going to have to work out mathematically if it's cheaper with the 20% off or the 50. But I mean, look at this. Look at the crane. So you're getting £280 knocked off the crane, but you get another £50 knocked off. So you can get this crane for over 50%. So this is why you don't get Lego Technic stuff full price. And this thing is enormous as well. Absolutely enormous. But that is probably the biggest discount I've ever seen on a set, because it's the sale price plus using the code. So that's 350. No, 330 is what you're saving. It's down to 250. So £330 knocked off a set is just ridiculous. The D&D is brilliant. I completely agree with that. It is. Lowest price at £299 for the big castle. So if you didn't want to spend £1,000 on the big Hogwarts, you could just get this one, which looks very good. So, and that way you'd save a fortune as well. Let me just use the photos on the Lego website, which is a little bit easier. But again, look, it's £409 on the Lego website. and it is in Argos, £299 plus take £50 off. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. So if you want this for the cheapest, again, this is probably ever been, because it didn't get that cheap in Smiths. You get your 4 exclusive minifigures, which I think is still worth quite a lot of money. The set itself is also humongous, but they've just gone for micro scale on the back. Now, I said this before, this is what they actually might do with Minister Earth. I know they've gone for a hybrid scale with the eyeball, and that's like their new sort of open back scale. But if this new Lord of the Rings set is going to be mega, 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 because obviously this is 6,000 pieces and it's huge, they might just give you minifigures on a stand and have a micro scale back. Which, to be fair, from the front, you don't think it's too bad until you see the bridges, and the bridges are very, very small, but it's still very tall towers, and it still looks great. So you have all of the detailing in there, but it's a good opportunity. If you didn't want to go all in on the new big one and you wanted to get this for £250, it's scary, but you've got to be quick, because literally by this week they'll be gone. Like this, by probably tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, they'll be sold out in stores, and you'll start typing your postcode and they just will not be there. This went live this morning. So they are really, really big sets. That's on my radar, but it was cheaper at the Black Friday at 220 or something. It retires in July, so I'm going to wait. Yep, fair enough. 3, 2, 1. So yeah, you got to be careful, because sometimes certain sets, it was cheaper either elsewhere, or it was cheaper with 20% off or whatever else. But this, I think it was probably £299 in the Black Friday. But you're getting another 50 quid knocked off on that one. And again, you're getting £50 knocked off this. But yeah, going back to this castle, I don't know if anybody has actually got this. I do. I have got it. I don't know how much these minifigures are worth. I'm not 100% sure how much these minifigures are worth, to be honest. So yeah, it's there for you if you want to pick it up. You can see just how big it is there, because the main shaft is massive. And obviously it's the complete thing. This is basically what they're now doing in minifigure scale, isn't it? I think. So this is the one that is going to use, but that is what it looks like at the back. So they do give you the micro characters, which I think a lot of people don't like. But if you're never going to see it from the back, because people moan about things being micro scale but never actually look in it, and they moan about modulars and they never open them up. So really, it doesn't really matter that the back's micro scale. It just depends on what you think of the front, that it's just slightly smaller than everything else. But I just don't know what they're going to do with the new Lord of the Rings. I can see them doing it. I can see them doing something like this, because they haven't got a big micro scale set like this. And it'll be the first time that they've done it for Lord of the Rings, which means they can circle all the way back round again in about 5 years' time, and then give it to you in minifigure form as well. Because let's be honest, if you got it in minifigure form first, you would never buy it in a micro scale. So that's why they did this one first. And now they're doing the huge minifigure ones. They're not stupid. They know that people buy both. But yeah, you do get tons and tons of minifigure characters, mini scale characters with it. The actual window scene and everything does look very, very good as well. But no, the set itself does look very, very strong. You know what that's supposed to be based on, which I think is a sweet little thing. And of course, Hagrid's hut is obviously quite an expensive set by itself. You've got the staircase, moves around and does all the little bits and pieces. Like my set that I got is so badly damaged with regards to sun damage and everything else that it's kind of now unusable. But I mean, yeah, you've got Harry Potter's car in the tree. But if I wanted a castle, I'd either go back and look at this one, or bite the bullet and go for the minifigure scale one. Yeah, so question is, What do you think of the price for Argos? That is madness. So yeah, the Technic is incredible, that the fact you can get something that was 580, and that's £580 at Argos. So what was it on the Lego? What was it on the Lego website? Because I think it was more than that, wasn't it? I think it was more than that. I think it's retired. It's the crawler crane. Yeah, it has. So how much was that then? LIE. $579. So it was $579 on the Lego website, and it's $580 at Argos. So that's what the price was. But yeah, so you've got big. So you've got to remember, it's £50 knocked off everything that you're seeing as well. So I think that is very, 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 very good. I will not be buying any of those. We've just had a quick look at them, to be honest. I've got the ones that I wanted from my series, and I'm not going to build my hopes up for series 4. I would like the Wild Dress Train, but yeah. No, it's the Weasleys, isn't it? Harry's in it, though. They crash it when they've got racing around on the train, aren't they? I do believe the old Ford Angular. I had an argument about that Angular with somebody because they said it had the wrong coloured headlights on. I was like, no, that is accurate. They are supposed to be that colour. And with regards to the giveaway purchase, 17 votes in now. Pokemon is slowly creeping ahead at 53%. Stranger Things, funny enough, isn't it? It's now fallen off the cliff. 12% people think of Stranger Things, and Lord of the Rings is only at 29. So Pokemon is beating Lord of the Rings. How much is Zelda in dollars? Well, Zelda in dollars is $129. There you go. That is answering your question for you. So no, I'm all right. I am okay. I've got the Bricklink Series 1 Snow Castle, and I'm actually thinking of getting rid of that because I've got no need for it now. So yeah, the Bricklink Designer Program Series 1 Winter Castle, I'm thinking of getting shot of. The Lion Knight's fantastic castle, but no, I'll let somebody else. I'll let somebody else enjoy their time. Enjoy their time with that. I've kicked myself enough not getting it, so I've now just come to terms that I'm never going to own it. So I will live with that. So that is my thing. So you could actually get £50 knocked off the main shaft, but that's the scary thing. So the main shaft itself is say £230 for one part of the tower, or it's £300 for the whole thing. So that big minifigure Harry Potter is really going to add up. But it looks great, so I'm looking forward to seeing people putting theirs together because I think it does look very, very good. But look at that, Pac-Man, 40 ordered in the last 24 hours. Is that the cheapest the Pac-Man's been in the UK? Was it cheaper than the Black Friday? I thought I've seen it for £175, or am I going mad? There we go. So that's now back in stock. So that obviously was in a big, obviously big discounted price. You can now get the Italian Riviera for 200. Yeah, it looks like they put everything in it. Oh, there we go. Is it worth getting the Tudor Corner for £150? Ooh. Is it worth? I was going to say, no, it was cheaper than that. Yeah. I say, you've got to be careful. You've got to be careful. Ultra Brick says the minifig scale is better. I think Sean's talking about his main length is £170. I live in a cardboard box, Ryan. I don't live in an actual castle. I'm sat on a floor, so no, that's definitely not the case. Yeah, there we go. 100% got it at that price per happy days, happy days. Yeah, so the 152 for Pac-Man. Pac-Man is a complete. It is, yes. The Pac-Man's a complete machine, and it actually moves around. There's a couple of people that's got them. It does look very, very smart. The Pac-Man. It's a very clever mechanism. I think it's a bit of a pain in the backside to put together, but the actual set itself. So the actual Pac-Man is a complete unit, and you've got the twisty bit on the side, and then this just moves about, and then you've got a minifigure scale build which hides in the back of it, I do believe. Box artwork looks nice, as it can do for a boring black bit of artwork. And then you have got all of the bits that goes up on top. It's not the biggest because I did see it in person in London. I think I've only seen it built once, to be honest. It's not the biggest thing, but it's good. It is very, very good. And these obviously spin around for when they turn into ghosts. You've got the little high score. There's lots of building elements in there, and it obviously all moves around and does its trick. So yeah, it's a clever thing. So if you wanted like a technical build, then that would be the one. That would be the one for you. But yes, you can get apparently one of the best modulars known in human history for £150. Pac-Man is cool with the lighting kit. So it's a very cool set. I think I might pick one up at some point. There we go. Technic heavy on the I think it might be. Well, it does look Technic heavy. If they released more of them in that scale, I would want to do it. But if it's only just one, I can't make a display with just one of them. And yeah, it's just, for people on the shelf, it looks great. So here we go. That's no surprise, is it? Every single person is ordering the Krusty Burger. So just do what everybody else has done, top it up, and then get £50 off. Because what is it? It's 50 off 200, and it's 20 off 100, isn't it? That's what I wrote, I think, at the start. I had it all written down. So what is the actual thing? So where are we? Right, so it's £10 off 50, £20 off 100, and 50 off 200. So it's 160 for the because that is actually the same price at Smith's. If you got 160. But yeah, if you got yourself a Speed Champions car, took that up to 200, you get 50 quid knocked off the both. The train seems to have come back. That, don't forget, in a Black Friday sale, that was £99. That was, so you can now get it cheapest. Probably best going if you can get that. Concorde, obviously that's a very, very high selling item, so you're going to get some money knocked off that. So now we're in the £20 off price point. So again, you get another 20 quid knocked off on that, which we've seen those much cheaper with all those bits and pieces knocked off in the past. That's a good call. Ultrabrick says the Krusty Burger plus the Speed Champion is an elite basket. Yeah, that's not bad shout. Looks like the Falcon. Is that? I told you, you got to be quick. You got to be quick. That Falcon, I've never ever seen that cheap. Period. Yeah, I know. I can't believe how cheap that Falcon is. DJ says probably want the Pac-Man. I got motivated by minifigures of Pac-Man and some other characters because I watched a Netflix show. Fair enough. Yeah, because obviously it's a good game, obviously. And what's the film with all of the arcade games in, where it's got the comedians in it, and it's got the cheetah, which is actually do believe that character is actually based on a true character as well, isn't it? The one that cheated. He had everything written down and he knew the patterns of everything. And they used Donkey Kong, they used Pac-Man. They brought it all to life in big sort of 3D thing. I never remember it. Pixel. I think it was Pixel. So yeah, that's a fun, silly film, but it's all to do with sort of memory of where it all goes. That's a good learning thing. I do indeed. That's not a bad show. Temple and Speed Champions probably, yes, true. Well, there's some bits and pieces I do need for Ninjago stuff. But yeah, Sean says Falcon's already out of stock at the moment. Just you had to be quick. And I think this went live at midnight last night. And if people knew that there was a countdown like we do with the Lego stuff, like with the website, people would have got that second, like in a second. But the question still lies: is what price is the Falcon going to be on the Lego website when it discontinues? Is that the one that's going to go into a Black Friday, Cyber Monday? The sail barge is not going to make it to an Insiders Weekend for 2 years in a row. I can't see them imagine doing that, which means the block of cheese is going to be the big one. So are they just going to keep the Falcon at full price and it just goes away? And because they know that people, for whatever reason, will panic and get it on the last lot of double points. Where you can, right now, just get it for £525 as a standard price. We're not even looking at John Lewis, and you get another £50 knocked off that price. So that is, I think, the cheapest I've ever seen the Falcon. £5.10 for the cheese. I think the cheese might have gone down to the fours on a Black Friday once, but no, the Falcon I can't remember. I don't think I've ever seen it below £500. So yeah, there you go. Top tip for you: if you want to get the Falcon, get it now, because you don't know how many sales it's going to be in. You don't know if they're just clearing house for bits and pieces that are coming in, or if they're just going to literally make space for newer bits and pieces. Again, this is hanging on for dear life, isn't it? Because is this £199 on the Lego website, and it's obviously 20 quid knocked off that. The World Cup trophy is not being pulled off the shelves yet. It is still available for pre-order. Are they going to so what do you think? Like, forget the political side of stuff, but what if they actually have to move the World Cup and it just goes to Canada and Mexico? Will the Lego group want to be affiliated with that mess up, or will they just pull this off the shelf? I do not know what is going to be going on. I don't think they will, because they're too far gone, but absolute nuts. Right, the Mario Kart one, obviously just 150. And if you know, there's Luigi. Oh, there we go. That's a fantastic price. So this will be the last chance to get Bowser. Bowser's now dropped into the clearance section. That was not in clearance a couple of days ago. So this is your last chance to get the Bowser, which means, just putting two and two together, they're going to be getting Luigi in, because they'll be making space for Luigi, and you can save £90 on the Bowser, and you also get more money knocked off in the sale as well. So it's a double sale on the Bowser. Bowser's already gone. There you go. Didn't take long. Bowser's out of stock. Seconds that would have lasted. Seconds. So yeah, £140 plus discount on top of that. Very, very, very good price. But we all know this happens over in the UK. These sales happen all the time. You just got to be quick. But it's amazing to think that you've got the Republic Juggernaut, this shambolic thing of a grey slab, is the same price as a Bowser. And the Bowser is probably double the figures and double the pieces, and everything else. Don't think there's going to be 15 pages. Is it really 15 pages? Oh, of course, yeah, they have got tons, haven't they? Oh, Hocus Pocus, look at that. That's now into, oh dear. That's the cheapest I've seen. No, is that the cheapest that's been? Hocus Pocus is in a serious sale. I don't know if Jay's pulled the trigger on that one or not. I don't know if he's rolling around on the floor eating chips, or if he's oh yeah. So basic rule of thumb is, depending on the line, you've got about 18 months average. Sometimes it's 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, but it's 18 months for certain bits and pieces. So the other Zelda set is coming up to 2 years. So it should be 2 years for the Zelda. So yeah, you don't have to worry. If the pre-orders sell out, don't worry about it, because you could just wait and get the Zelda on double points with a different giveaway. Because the Zelda at the moment, if you pre-order, so if you pre-order this Zelda now, so let's go over to the website. So just in case people get a little bit confused with everything, which is fair enough. So this one's been out for a good while. This has to be out a minute. It's got to be over 2 years now. It's got to be over 2 years. So this set, it's just available for pre-order, and it will ship on the 1st of March. That's it. If the pre-orders sell out like it did with the Pokemon, it will be available again by the 1st of March. But normally, what a pre-order actually means is it will also be available elsewhere. So you might get it in your Costco, you might get it in your Walmart, you might get it wherever else. Now, just wait for the pre-order, because there's supposed to be double points at the end of this month in January across the board. Now, it is hit and miss. Sometimes the pre-orders include double points. So you could order this right now for no reason at all, or wait 2 weeks. You're still not going to get it before the 1st of March. Get double points and a giveaway. So I would just hold fire, and just at that point it would be the end of January anyway. So yeah, that's what I would do. So I wouldn't worry too much. He's hovering over the U-bend. I think he's gone. I think he must have got offended by the me saying I'm sick and tired of Marvel. He's probably sick of me hearing it, but it's true. It is true. Hocus Pocus is also that didn't take long, did it? They do that sometimes, though. They just put something in a huge sale because they've got like one left about 500 miles away from anybody else, and you just go into store Lucky Dip in the morning. But if you want your Jaws, get your Jaws. So they are making space. So there's some stuff going into this clearance stuff. Malfroid, if you're a fan of that. Apparently there's rumours of a new Retriever, isn't there, coming out? Supposedly. C-3PO with a minifigure, 125. The train, say 45. So the clearance stuff, they put on good pricing for all that kind of thing. They've done quite a good job with that. 50 quid knocked off the F1 car as well. I was not expecting to see all of these. Honestly, there's been some big sales. Obviously the Technic is the one that surprised me. Technic and the Falcon are the two huge ones. But no, that Bowser, I can't believe that has gone down to that price. And the fact that somebody somewhere would have picked it up for that price is nuts. But yeah, there's some very, very big savings to be had at Argos if you're quick. And if you're not quick, clearly it goes very, very quickly. Again, get good money knocked off the Book Nook if you're going to get some money knocked off all of those things. So you get money knocked off the artwork. So that's still sold out on the Lego website, isn't it? Yeah. This is how crazy it is. So people they're panicking about this set, the Chinese Cherry Blossom, which we can all agree does look nice. It's obviously sold out worldwide, yada 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 yada. And Argos have just put it into a sale. They've not actually taken the new stuff off, have they? They've just put it in there. So obviously, here you go. Look, 100+ ordered in the last 24 hours. That is mad. And I think that's also another reason why it's out of stock on the Lego website for so long, because they might have to restock all of the other stores first, because obviously like Argos warehouse probably can't sit on a full shipment at one time, you wouldn't imagine. So they have to restock everybody else. So they will be churning these sets out, and then they restock their own. But don't forget, they restock their own shops before they restock the website as well, don't they? So how many times have you seen something? How many times have you seen something that has been out of stock on the website? You just walked into the store and gone, oh, it's there with the giveaway. That's on its way out. So that's £60 knocked off that just for the minifigures. What is that one? The Gardens of the Soul. Is that 76286? That's 76286. This one. So if you wanted it's the original crew, isn't it? Yeah. You wanted the original crew. How's your time to get it? Oh, sorry, Japanese. Yeah, so if you want to get some nice minifigures, it looks really, really good. Big size, it's a big set, but you get £60 knocked off. The new boat, again, getting a little bit of money knocked off on that one. Getting a little bit of money knocked off this Ninjago Dragon, which is enormous. Yeah, they've even got it on the new 15th anniversary stuff as well. 22 of those, 24 of those. So just proves a point, doesn't it? Just wait 2 weeks and you can then start to save yourself some money. I wasn't expecting the new stuff to be in. I thought the older stuff would have been in, but I wasn't expecting all of this. It's like this new Dragon 89, which would be $89.99. That's already in a double point price, more than likely. There's your Mona Lisa. There you go. Sean, you can get your Mona Lisa for that. So there's some big savings on this. Really big savings to be had. Don't forget the Statue of Liberty is retiring at the end of this year. The Sorting Hat, I do believe, is also retiring this year. You've got the Ultra Combine. Other bits and pieces from Harry Potter. Good saving on the Skeleton Crew, because those minifigures from that, 75374. They're also pretty cool minifigures as well. So 75374 is this one here. This just came out at the completely wrong time. It's retired, mind. It's retired on the LEGO website. And it's available in Argos for £35 knocked off. But it did just come out at the wrong time. So, but no, that does look rather smart indeed. Let me just catch up with... Sorting Hat's massively overpriced, even with the saving. Yeah, it's because it's got the sound chip in it, isn't it? So you had to pay all that extra money. That's the problem with it. You had to pay so much more money. Right, with 17 votes in for the poll, Pokemon is still at 53%. Everybody that's liked the video so far, thank you very much indeed, because obviously it helps with all those little bits and pieces. This is... in all fairness, it's £90 now. People just really didn't like that set, did they? That's really just nobody clicked with it. I'm sure some people loved it. The plane's a good offer, because I saw the airports in the offer. This isn't a good offer as well. But I'm more intrigued now of actually looking at the clearance prices. So you're getting £40 off. It's obviously £40 plus the offer from Friends, 40 plus the offer with the Technic Space. That I don't think is available anywhere. If you want to try and check that with your own postcode, if that's come back into stock, because Jay's clearly not here, I know he wants this. But 84, oh, it's gone. It has gone. There you go. It says more details. It has disappeared. So the fact it went down, it was £41 saving. I don't think that was available. They might have just found the odd one or two in the warehouse, done a bit of a stock thing, and just done what Bricklink they're doing for Bricklink, and they've just added like 2 of them in there. What else sale wise? We're looking clearance. So it's £35 knocked off the Friends Adventure Camp. That, there we go. We've already found the first lot of pre-orders. So the smart play is going to Argos. So you do not need to worry about overpaying anything, because, well, no, we're not talking about Marvel. No, the Marvel stuff's done. That's it. Marvel stuff's done, Jen. So this is how it always works. We start what we do. We talk about a certain topic for about 45 minutes, and then we just research and just different bits and pieces. So, well, right. So yeah. So with regards to Luna, obviously that's retiring at the end of this year, as is Malfoy Manor. Malfoy has been in big savings. Luna will drop. Probably, I don't know if it'll drop any more than that, to be honest. We will be looking at John Lewis after this and see if John Lewis is doing anything fruity like Argos. I've not heard John Lewis doing anything, but they do tend to price match. So you might get one at a better deal or discount. I think Malfoy went down to 99, didn't it? I think. But no, we're off the Marvel topic now, so don't you worry. Don't worry about that, Jane. That's fine. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Yeah, you can be jealous, Shibo. You can be jealous. We're living the dream. You can get, what is it, £400 knocked off the Lego Technic set. You're getting like £350 knocked off a Falcon. You're getting all that money knocked off the Bowser. And again, that Bowser is ridiculous pricing. And it continues. So all of these, you know how this has worked. I've told you what it is for this. And now we know that they're getting the pre-orders in. If you wanted the Smart Brick stuff, just wait. And it'll come down. You're getting a saving on the Lego. That's a nice set as well from that Lego Friends one. 67.50 for all of the, because obviously you got some nice minifigures in that Lego Marvel set. Even the GT40 has gone in. The crane gone. There's no way is it really? Look at that. So if you're lucky enough to pick up the crane, you are saving £30. And it's just lucky dip where it is left in the country. Thunderfang is back up money, and that's cheeky. I'm sure they were slightly cheaper than that before they used the code. So the Despicable Me is going down by 25. Creator 3-in-1 is going down by 25. £25 knocked off the roller coaster. And it's got, of course, what I'm saying is the money knocked off plus the extra percentage of the discount on top. So obviously the money saved now is a lot less because the prices are a lot less. But just remember, if you get it to £200, you're getting £50 knocked off, and obviously the discount is on top of the sale price as well, which is pretty cool, to be fair. But yeah, we have had some massive sales. They have done some really, really big things. But no, the Luna house, that is in here. So just seeing if there's anything else in the clearance, and then I will get... Can I search by... There. Clearance. $250 items in the clearance. Is there really? Right, there we go. So let's just use this. So these are all the ones that are now being launched in. I still can't believe you got £90 off that Bowser. Plus extra. That is mad. Absolutely mad. Okay. Oh, hang on. Oh. Well, you have to tell Jay, because Jay is after that. Jay is after that. Oh, I have the ships too. Well, there's some savings to be had for Harry Potter, that is for sure. But the big question is for Jane, what should be next, Malfoy or Luna? I don't have space for both. Right, actually, while we're have a quick look at Potter, because I'll show you this and you can help. So the choice is, in case you don't know what this is, you have the new Luna Lovegoods house, $89.99. Of course, get it from Argos and it's cheaper because it's in the sale in Argos already. So you're getting money knocked off. So if you spent another £11, you get £20 knocked off at Argos. So that it might be a time to get it if you want to. But I think the minifigures from this set are really they're very, very, very good prints. And then the mana, Malfroid, it depends. So I guess what it comes down to is this would take up less space. This would take up less space because obviously it's on a much smaller plate and it goes up taller. While the mana is quite wide, isn't it? It's bigger than what I thought it was. The mana is bigger. Obviously, it's more money. It's 129, but it is bigger. And obviously, it's just a facade. It's just a complete open thing. The stairs would be a bit of a pain in the ass. You'd have to get them off because if you're putting them on like a Billy bookcase or in a Kallax or whatever, you don't really want to lose all that space at the back. But you get, it depends from your minifigure selection, I guess. I guess that's what it comes down to. It's like, I don't know. You can only get one or the other. I guess, who do you prefer? Do you prefer the Malfroids or do you prefer Luna? Have you got anything else that would go with it? Can you make a display up with any of them? Get your answers in the chat and help out Jane. Yeah, the 8080, it's the sort of adult model one, isn't it? That's why it's so expensive. I will catch up with the rest of the chat in a second. So you guys can go and have a quick look at this for pricing. We have got Smudge behind me. And what's Pumpkin doing? Waiting to go upstairs. I am still here. I am literally tucking Pumpkin in, is what I'm doing. There we go. We're back. I've just tucked Pumpkin in. Oh, she is silly. There we go. You guys are talking about. Oh yeah, that's very true. That is the price of the price. There's no extra tax. There's no extra anything. It's just what you're seeing is what you get. Yeah, that's it. So what you're seeing on screen now is the end game, and that's the same thing with our Lego sets as well, because you pay tax on the price shown on the Lego website. Well, we don't. More of a playset collector. Easy solution: get both. Doesn't have space for both, but you could rotate them. We're good influence, aren't we? If you're really close, I guess it just comes down to: do you have more space on the shelf, width or height? I guess that's what it comes down to. But these are the clearance stuff, so we can just torpedo through this now because these are the big sales. So it looks like everything is across the board with the code, and then you've got all these bits on a clearance sale as well. Some of the stuff's already gone. Big savings to be had. So some of this we haven't even seen. There's no way that is back in. There's no way that has gone. I bet there's one of these about 400 miles away is where that'll be. Shocking. It'll be gone. Yeah, so the City Crane 65, so it's 30 off. You got the Minion. Where do we get to? About here, I think, is where we got to. So, yeah, it's impressive that they've done the clearance with the offer code, which I think is a pretty cool thing. No, that's it. We've done it. We already pay. You just pay extra tax and pay extra anything. Everything that you're seeing on the screen is it, Shibo. So this is why we all laughed when we heard that you lot were going to get all these tariffs and stuff, because it's just you pay the extra percentage on it. It makes no sense. So when you buy anything in the UK, whatever the price is the price. That's it. Simple as that. So Jane says, I like the detail of the mana from the outside, and the minifigures are basically the same in both sets. With Luna, yeah, it's true. You just get a dad. Malfoy has more minifigures. That is very true. I think have to sort of measure up the height of both, because that Marlborough Manor is deceivingly big, and you could use it as like a Halloweenish display as well, and probably maybe more of a battleground. But the Lunar House is obviously different. It does look good, and yes, the shrine is very, very, very pretty. That shrine is gorgeous. I was a bit of a numpty, and that has slipped through my fingers because I am an absolute spanner. Right, so you have got, we've seen some of those, Loads and Ninjago in these deals, look, loads and Ninjago stuff. So the diorama, look, 55, that went down too. It's amazing actually how some of these just didn't go. Some of them, I'm sure most of them went elsewhere though, but it just seems to be, for whatever reason, there might just be one left. Scarlet Pit is, there you go. So that's just in a clearance. There's no sale. That's gone. The Alpine Lodge has disappeared. Could you imagine getting an Alpine Lodge for £50? There'd be one person that's just gone, I have just got the Alpine Lodge, which is now selling for more than £90. More than likely, the box has been elbow dropped from a DPD driver and run over 4 times, and it's been returned with everything. So if they're thinking they're going to be able to sell that back on, I think they're having an absolute laugh. But that £49 for the Jet, £22 knocked off that. Really good savings on these. Really good. Yeah, it's it. I agree. I completely agree. It's very, very bizarre that you because they don't show the prices of the taxes, do they? And all of a sudden it's by the way, it's acting plus tax, but it's tax plus state tax as well. We don't have any of that over here, none of it. So it's nice and easy. So the price you see is the price you get. And it's the same thing obviously with the Lego website as well, because I know the Lego website's plus tax and ours isn't. So yeah, so we're laughing with all of that. But no, I would say if anybody stayed up till midnight last night and they went on the Argos website, smack on midnight, and you managed to do a order and delivered order, mind, not a, because obviously some of these it's only at the store only. But like this again, for example, this is gone. This is discontinued. So you're not going to be able to get this delivered. It would just be a case of what stock is left in maybe the store, unless they have brought it all back to the main warehouse, which I can't see them doing. But this is gone. So this is retired now as well. And when I say it's gone, it's like it's sold out on the Lego website. So there is some big sets with big savings. Really big savings. So yeah, we will go straight back to that, Jane. Don't you worry. We looked at Zelda right at the start, but once we've done Argos, we'll look back at Zelda, and then we'll have a look at the Pokemon stuff. So we've still got a fair bit to look at. So don't you worry. Yeah, on a Friday, it's just like this. So normally a Friday is what we're doing now and talking about new Lego sets. Basically, it's recapping all the offers of the week. But I started off with the Marvel stuff because it was carrying on from last night, because we did all the DC stuff last night and we doing the Marvel stuff. And if I spent another half an hour last night, I probably could have got the rest of the Marvel stuff done and then just done this evening. But yeah, we did the Zelda at the start, but we'll go back to that in a little bit. We want to have a look at the Pokemon stuff again. Talk about that giveaway. I want to see the giveaway price online actually, and how much people think they're going to be selling or people are actually buying for a giveaway purchase, because that is just outrageous that people are doing that when you don't need to yet, because you can just stay up till midnight and reorder the set on the 27th with the giveaway. So I don't know why people are paying all that money online for a giveaway purchase if you wanted the set as well. But such is life. We can't teach everybody everything, can we? So you can see all the Speed Champion stuff there. You've got 25% off the Dark Horse sports car. That's the Ford Mustang, isn't it? Yes. Ford Mustang Dark Horse edition. Sounds quite fruity, that thing. If you wanted David Hasselhoff, you can get David in his life jacket and everything else and go shooting around. Still don't know why they haven't done more beach scene stuff, because the amount of people that do like putting beaches and water-based plate space down. Again, more bits and pieces for Harry Potter on the clearance. There is loads and loads of stuff going. Because don't forget, this is all going to be making room for newer bits that have yet to be announced, or because it just seems to be that they're doing their clearance stuff differently to Lego, aren't they? Lego did it in December, and it seems to be Argos is having a very, very big clear out at the end of 2020. Start of 2026. Yeah, but you got all of the different mech bits. You got all the cars, and I'm scrolling through quickly, but there's a lot of different bits and pieces, like the steamroller, £6. Nice size as well, to be fair. So if you just wanted one of them with a bit of roadworks in your city, you could pick one of them up for £6. Minifigure looks nice. They still do have the kart races. Again, it's depending if it's in your area, I know, but you could get those. And they still have, look at that. They took those down to £1.80, and they have got the last handful of figures. You never know. You might be able to get yourself a wolf for £2.50. Yeah, £45 Hagrid's Hut is a bargain. Absolute bargain. Sean says the Alpine Lodge is a steal. I completely agree. That Alpine Lodge for £50 was a steal. James like, don't you worry, Jane. We'll be going back. Don't you panic. Good for Lego, and that's about it. Best part of the Capitals. Yes. That's it. It's yeah, it is what it is. We're all right. So we'll jump back as you guys and girls like this. I'll set up the next page. Which do you prefer? That's what I want to know. Which Zelda set is best? If you said I want to be bought one set from somebody that was very, very kind, which one out of these two do you think is better? Right, I'll let you guys discuss that as I hunt down something in the background. And obviously click on them and we'll have a quick look. Okay, right. Let me catch up with the chat. Jane says the tree, probably. Tree for Jane. Who else says what for the Zelda bits and pieces? We'll go back through this very, very quickly for Jane. So 1,003 pieces, 18 plus set, 99.99. Argos is getting this set. We've seen it on Argos as well, so we know that it's going to be. We saw the. I'm talking nonsense now. We saw the Star Wars Smart Brick starts to pop up. So what I was going to say is I wonder how long it's going to be until we see this set pop up at Argos Smiths or John Lewis for pre-order, because that is something that I am looking for in the background. I am just seeing on John Lewis. I've got that page up. I just see it Smiths as well. What they're doing. Because what? Oh, there we go. Star Wars Lego Smart Brick Play. So you can pre-order the Smart Brick stuff from Smiths now as well. So you do. There you go, all of them. You do not have to worry. You are laughing if you're in the UK, because that's going to have huge, huge money knocked off. So there you go. Don't worry about it. It's not going to be expensive. We're all right in the UK, so we are okay. So if you did really want them for the sound chips or whatever else, and the figures or whatever, Smiths is be a place to get it from, because it will go into a sale at some point. And we know that Smiths are also getting the modular, in case people cared. They're also getting the Creel House, in case anybody cared as well. So you're going to get a huge amount of money knocked off. So if you think about it, the Krusty Burger now is already in a massive sale in Argos. You're going to get the Creel House with huge money knocked off. And you know that you can get some of the Star Wars stuff knocked off as well. And the modular coming to Smiths, if it's not a purple label, you should get money knocked off as well. So this is all the stuff that you can order, pre-order that is, from Smiths. And other stuff is just available to go on there, like the Zane Mech, for example. They haven't, they're getting the workshop in, which means that will go in. That'll be £20 knocked off that. So that'd be a £200 set, £190 set eventually. And they're getting the Pokemon. Well, there you go. So Smiths are getting Pokemon. Oh, yeah, we knew this, didn't we? So Smiths are getting Pokemon and they're getting Star Wars. So they're getting all the expensive stuff. The only thing that seems to be exclusive is the big Pokemon three-way, which is at the Pokemon and Nintendo store, I think we found, didn't we? I think that's what we found. I think. Right, let me catch up with the poll because Pokemon is winning 50%. So 20 votes in on the poll, and it's 50% for Pokemon, 25 for Lord of the Rings, 15 for the Stranger Things, and it is 10% for something else. But yeah, this one, everybody seemed to really like it at the start. I think what everybody really liked was these characters just here. So it was the minifigures I think people were sold on. And I think we figured out that there's no stickers or prints on all the other bits and pieces. But no, that's your minifigure selection from this. So yeah. You got to go for the Zelda. Be quick with that then, because that's retiring halfway through this year. So that's supposed to be going halfway through this year, I do believe. And that is all of the rest of this, just all the detail and everything. That's one of the better photos, but it just gives you the understanding of how big his length is on his swords. And that's your box artwork. And that is the size of it. That's what I'm scrolling down to. So it's 11 inches base by 6.5 height is what that one is. So yeah, if you're a fan of Zelda, then that is definitely one for you. Now, with regards to John Lewis, they haven't got much. As in, like, anything. It's just nothing. So even this is really expensive. Like, John Lewis are not playing games at the moment. They're like, nope, we're just going to keep everything full price. You can still get the lighthouse. You can still get that lighthouse. And the Bowser's gone. So, but no, they're not playing games at the moment. It seems to be Argos. Somebody must have had a stiff drink somewhere and gone, I know what's going to be a really good idea for this weekend. We're going to put every single new Lego set in a huge sale, and we're going to also then give you an extra discount off, which is bonkers. But yeah, all of this stuff, there's nothing. So John Lewis, for the first time, is a no-show for anything saucy with regards to those bits and pieces. But back over to Smiths, we'll shut down the John Lewis tab. Back over to Smiths, so you've got all of those bits and pieces that are on pre-order, and then you just got all of the Lego bits and pieces. So how have I gone high to low and it's giving me low to high? Oh, that is low to high. High to low. There we go. So they have got, they did have the sail barge in a sale, but that isn't anymore. And the Falcon is massively overpriced at Smith as well. So clearly the place to get you the Falcon from right now is Argos at 485, is it? Mad. Arkham, is that available yet? Yep. So that isn't a purple label, so it will go into a sale. I haven't seen it anywhere else, though. I haven't seen that anywhere else, so that might go into a sale at some point. I haven't seen the Natural History Museum move to anywhere else either. Burroughs 220, T-Rex is 219. Yes, there's no big savings. There is a few savings, but they haven't started their savings either yet. So no, they haven't done any of their stuff. So what do we then think of Pokemon? There we go. These Did anybody pre-order this, by the way, with the giveaway? Did anybody get this or not? Yeah, it's yeah, there you go. 3, 2, 1. 31st is the tree. Yeah, so you got time. You got time, Jane. But this is the horrible game now because there's a huge retiring list, and the stuff retires in end of July, and then the countdown is on from July to basically the Insiders weekend, which is the weekend before Black Friday, of what set is going to make it there, and then go into a huge sale. So it was an amazing live stream, to be fair, with everybody taking part in it. But there was like 100+ people panicking that they can't get different bits and pieces, and yeah, there's a lot of people in the chat that night hoping to get stuff, and then people had like a go-to list of what they were going to get. Then all of a sudden, the been sale barge was in a huge sale. Like there was stuff that nobody expected it to be in there. So yeah, but let me catch back up with the bits and pieces. Shibo asks, are you planning on picking up the Arkham Asylum? If so, when you planning to do? Not on this, not on Arkham. No, the Shadow Box, I think it was just underrated set because the photos were awful. When you saw it in store, it was actually really bright. They did DC dirty on the Shadow Box, I think, because putting that together and actually putting it on the shelf, it looks amazing. But Arkham, I think it sells itself, and it's been in store in the window, and it does look great. So no, it's not going to go on ×3. You're best off getting it ×2 points with a good giveaway, or I would get it on ×2 points with a good giveaway, or risk it and see if it's going to go and sale at Smith's. But if it's going to go at the end of this year, I don't think it's going to make it to the Insiders weekend. I don't think they're going to do it. Yeah, well done. Yeah, because that's the best way of doing it, Jane. Yeah, that's it. So as long as you got it, because you can wait for your next Lord of the Rings set and just get it from Amazon, because Amazon will be the best place to get that from. Risk it far too, yeah. That's it. That's exactly that. I do not understand why they are going ballistic for a giveaway. Because I said this before, I would really like it if the Lego Group, when somebody goes to return this set and it doesn't have the giveaway, because you have to, if you get sent a set shipped to you and you ring up customer services and they get it shipped to you, you have to ship it back to them. But what they should do is they shouldn't give you the money back unless it's got the giveaway. So they should just put it on a gift card. So if you were to buy like 3 of these individually and then just send 2 of them back, or you walked into store and went, oh, I bought 2 of these by mistake. Well, if you have the receipt and it had the giveaway on it, because it was state it comes with a giveaway, they should say, well, we can't accept without the giveaway, or we just have to put it on a gift card, because then scalpers won't know what to do, because they would have £580 on a gift card and they're not going to buy other sets. But because people won't want to sit on this set, because obviously you can get it for $5.79. So if people are paying more than $5.79 online, they are crazy. Because what is the Creel House doing? Because that's pretty much back in stock, isn't it? 18th of February. So they haven't got long to wait. 18 days. Obviously, the giveaway for this has gone ballistic as well, but you don't have to wait too long. Yeah, it's just amazing with the pre-orders on some of the sets of just how nuts that they are, going for, and what's going on and everything else. But the Creel House does look good, and people went nuts for this. But I saw it myself in store, people picking up 3. But I think they were being given 3 giveaways as well. So, you can't stop them from picking it up and doing that, because you never know if somebody's genuinely buying it for a friend. But then if they then try and send the set back, that's where a line should be drawn, because it would stop people doing it. And then what would happen is, it started to happen already. There's loads and loads of these sets cheaper than £250 now, because people said, oh, I bought more than one of them. and nobody's paying the money because you can just get it because you know that this set's going to be what, say 225, 210 at Smith's this year. So people, granted, are going to be making money on the giveaway, but they're then going to lose money on the actual set. So I don't know. I don't know how you can stop that. There's no real way you can stop it either, is there? So it is what it is. Right, I'm going to end the poll because we had 20 votes in and Pokemon smashed that. So that can tick over. There is one more thing I want to look at, which is the torsos from the minifigure stuff. So I want to see that, and then we'll be done. But yeah, that's the Pokemon stuff. These two are still available for pre-order. The Venusaur Blastoise will be coming back into stock on the 27th, I think, of February. And the giveaway will be available, and it will be available in store as well. But don't forget, these were just limited to one, and these still are limited to one. So I'm assuming you're going to be limited to one in store as well. But they had a lot of them, didn't they? 8,500 in the UK, and they sold out they sold the pre-order in less than 24 hours. And what was it, 5 million that they would have made just on pre-orders? Just think of that as a business model. That is just nuts. Right, so we need to shop by... Oh, what is it? Bricks and pieces? And then we are going minifigure. No, I think it's minifigure. Start building. There we go. So these are all the minifigures that you can do as a pre-built thing. So they've still got some Lion Knight's Castle minifigures available, Shibo, if you wanted to pick up any of these. I don't know if you knew that you could do it this way, under the creator minifigure, rather than buying the torsos and things separately. I didn't until I just clicked on that, by the way. Yeah, very true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Some people got two, as you can get from the Pokemon centers. So one from Lego, one from Pokemon Center, and also one. Yeah, it's very, very true. That is true. But it's just, you just know that people, the giveaways is what everybody's after. But would it stop people doing it because the point, how they do it is that if you go back into store without the giveaway, they just deduct the £21 off the set, and then you get your money back. That's how they do it at the moment. Whereas if they just said, well, without the giveaway, it has to go back onto a gift card, it would automatically, people would think twice about doing it, but maybe not. Because they'll probably just then sell the set on eBay, wouldn't they? And they'll just sell it for £10 cheaper than the actual Lego store, and they've just made £200 profit, so they won't care. So you've got all of these from the Jobs, again, all pre-made minifigures. Pretty cool, to be fair. I mean, you've got what? Hot dog accessory and full torso for £3.65. It's not as cheap as what is it? 3 for £7.99 at the Lego store. So obviously it's slightly more expensive because you're getting like dual prints and all the other little bits and pieces. But I've not seen it done this way before. And obviously you can do your own on the actual blank minifigure, but we'll see what the torsos and things are like of the new one. Obviously the space stuff goes all the time, doesn't it? So you've got some nice ones in there. You've got the Explorer. You've got both of them. You've got both of the Explorers. That's pretty cool. So if that is not the right bit, is it under Bricks and Pieces? Yes, there it is. Create a minifigure. No, all pieces, and then it's torsos. I guess. Yes, it is. There we go. What's going to be the key word for that, though? I don't know what the key word is. Mini upper part, I'm guessing. Yes. Look at that, learning. So you now have the option of getting the Lego vending machine minifigures. So what I'm doing what I'm trying to look for, because I've not yet done it, is I'll show you what they are. These things here. So supposedly you can get these torsos now from the actual Lego thing. So you don't actually have to buy the vending machine. You didn't know that. Well, I didn't know it either, but now you do. So there you go. So you could go that way and crack on. Fair enough. I just wonder if they'll clock onto the address, because it says shipping address, doesn't it? But maybe not. Yeah, it's a good call. Yeah, but it's, you had 24 hours to get one, and let's be honest, it's a lot of money. So if you didn't have the money to get it, then you've still got the opportunity at the Lego store or online at midnight. So it's not like it's because even the Creel House, you had Owl, because we were all up live when that Creel House kicked off. And I know how frustrating it is, because loads of people went to the Lego store on the 1st of January in the morning and went to try and get it, and they couldn't. If you just woke up and went onto the Lego website, you could have got it. It was absolutely fine. You just have to get it within the first hour or two, and then let those idiots go to the store and ransack it for the giveaways. It is what it is. The only time it gets really harsh is, like, say, for example, the stuff that's discontinuing, and people have, try to save up and then just want it for their collection. But like the Razor Quest, and we didn't even get it, because obviously everybody was just getting those little bits and pieces for whatever reason. That's the only time it's just like, well, there's nothing you can do about that. It just sucks. It is what it is. But all the other times, if you want to be, if you as long as you stay up till midnight, you can place your order, you can get it, and you'll be okay. And then, of course, if you go to the Lego store, you've got to get there early. But I would not want to go anywhere near that Lego store for Pokemon. Not a chance, because that is going to be even worse than. I don't know if it'll be as worse as January the 1st, because January the 1st had absolutely everything. But I think it'll be chaotic. I think it'll be a fruity one. But the Lego Group have got until the 27th of February to get, because what I would love is if Lego Group just did tons and tons of these giveaways, like another huge 7,000 of them or whatever, like they did with the original lot. So could you imagine there's like 16,000 giveaways available online, plus all of those at the Lego store? It would just be interesting to see how swamped the market would become then. But yeah, we're looking for a torso, and I don't know what the code is. I just thought I'd be quite helpful, and I don't know what it is. That's the new one from the 3-in-1 castle. There's your Santa's outfit. It's not bad though, is it? 50 pence. So if you wanted, there they are. Oh, that was easy. So the Fabuland is only £1.12. I tell you what, you would be pissed if you bought the vending machine for the minifigures, because if you can make up a full, if you think what it'd be £3 each, or say a fiver, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 66, I guess it's 80 quid in minifigures if you did it for a fiver, and it's 150 quid. So it's half the price. Obviously, it's less than half the price now just to get those minifigures. So I hope some people didn't just get the vending machine for the minifigures, because you now can get your Fabuland top for £1.12. You can get your new coloured space for £1.12. You've got, I'm assuming all of the others will be in there. Because what we got? We got Pirates. Oh, there's a chain link. That's the new torso then, Chibo, for you. 7654. That is that one just there. So that's those that we're looking at. So we found the teal. We're looking for the gold. We need the Paradisa. We've got the Fabuland. That is the chain link mesh. And then all the others will be on there. So again, £1.12. It's amazing how they slightly differ though. 90 pence, £1.12. And yes, 23 pages. 23 pages if you wanted to go to. I wonder why. We're currently experiencing delays for Lego Pick-a-Brick orders. We're working hard to dispatch them as soon as possible. Yeah, I can imagine everybody is going nuts at the start of the year. There's another, so again, another Lion Knight's torso. There's another castle. That's a medieval market torso, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, there it is. There's a Paradisa. That's the one. That is his, not hers. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, well, that is part of that. I'm sure that's that line. It is that line. I wonder where you could have got that from. That's £1.03 anyway. More Lion Knights. There's Zane. So Zane for 70 pence if you want to make up Zane. Because I don't know if they've got the I don't think they do. The torsos from the Fortnite game. Because they've redone the Ninjago characters, haven't they, in the Fortnite game? So I don't know if they've done that at all. The Griffin Knights. There you go. So yeah, they've got them all on here. What I have to do is we'll do a stream going through all of these and seeing what's on there, and we can write down the SKU codes of all of the vending machine ones. It's going to take ages to go through. So when you lot are bored, and we can just do it for an hour, and I can just go through every single one of them, find the Ninjago ones that I want, and look at all of the others. So I think we'll leave that for another day because it's going to take ages to go through. I think, oh, there they are. There's two more. So there's your gold and there's your upper. So yeah, they do look very, very good, don't they? They do look very good. And of course you can army build them if you want to, but I really think that's going to be the next. That's going to be the next batch of sets out. I think that's what's going to come. I really think that is going to be just a big castle. There's talks because nobody knows what's going to be on Black Friday, and if they do a Star Trek set every other year on Black Friday, they could then do something else big on Black Friday every other year, whether it be ideally a DC set. They could do a DC set every other year and a Star Trek every year, so you knew what was coming. That's just a good way of keeping both of those lines ticking over. But we don't know what they're going to do we? We have no idea what they're going to do. Jay is waiting for the paint to dry. Now, Jay, I'm glad you're in. Right. Do you know about the Argos thing? That's all I need to know. Do you know about the Argos thing? Because I've never, ever seen sales like that in my life. So if Jay's waiting for paint to dry, should we help Jay out? So there you are. There's your minifigures. We'll do that as a live stream later on, whenever. We'll do it at a different time, and we will get the part numbers for that, and we'll go. But for the sake of Jay, so he doesn't have to be bored watching this whole live stream all the way over. This is amazing. Right, so Auguste not only have their huge offers on and stuff that is discontinuing, but I mean, look at the Falcon. It's £50 knocked off that, Jay. £50. But what we are looking for you is there's some sets that you would like, but I don't know if you've got them. So we're now going to spend Jay's money. So the Krusty Burger, you've been shafted with, I'm afraid. So that is, where are they? Let's go to offers and clearance. How did we do it? We did the clearance. We did it for Lego. 113 items. Have they sure there was more than that before? They actually got rid of some. Yes, they have. Ah, you've missed it, Jay. You've missed the good stuff. It's gone. We've got a live shafting. So the Mario's disappeared. The Hocus Pocus has just disappeared. I do not believe that. In what's that? Half an hour? In the last 30 minutes, they've all gone. So there was 150 or 160 items before, and now it's gone down to 113. All disappeared. All disappeared. Well, that teaches us a lesson. Then you have to be on their website at midnight the night before to have a chance of getting anything. Sean's just said they've taken out all of the stock sets. Yep. So they're now everything now that we're looking at is now in stock. So this is the stuff that is in stock. So you can still get another £50 off this. So if you wanted a ridiculously tall Lego Technic set for 50% off, you can do. But yeah, Bowser's disappeared. That's £70 off. Yeah, well, that didn't take long. So that's, we told you that when the sales happen in the UK, they do happen quickly. Oh, they haven't, yeah. So I still can't believe that the Alpine Lodge went down to £50. But yeah, it kicked off at midnight last night, and yeah, we're now picking up the bits and pieces for it. There you go. So Jay doesn't need to watch the rest of the stream now. So it's already gone. Is there anything anybody would like to take a look at? Yeah, some of it we had a look before. Some of it isn't. There'd have been one set somewhere, and then that just goes, doesn't it? So there'd have been one set somewhere in the world. But you have to check everything for it to happen, and then it buggers off. But yeah, £30 knocked off. One set available. I believe the boat's gone too. Yeah. That. Oh yes. Yeah, Jay's boat, the Harry Potter boat, that went down from 100 and something to, because what they'll probably do is have one in the warehouse, and it would have been available at a specific location somewhere around the world, because all of those clearance sets aren't available for delivery. And then if you're very, very lucky, you can just go in and get it on click and collect. But as we've seen, Smith's doesn't seem to have anything on offer at all. And what we'll do, actually, because we haven't done that, is just see. So we're just on the Nintendo store. No, they've got the games. What they got? How do you search by high to low? Oh, there. That's how I want to search, by high to low. Oh, apply and view. Very fancy. Right, so the Zelda tree's gone. So that's disappeared. So they've still got the Bowser, but the Zelda tree has disappeared. Don't forget that is on the chopping block. The cube was obviously discontinued, and Yoshi's thing's discontinued. They haven't got the new one in yet, so they haven't updated that yet. So I'm assuming that will come to the Nintendo website. And don't forget, Nintendo themselves, they do get big sales. Yeah, no, that's it. Well, you'd had to look to that at midnight, Jay. That would have been when you'd had to have done it. Midnight last night. It'd be exactly the same as at the Insiders weekend, wouldn't it? There'd have been one somewhere, but it would never have been available to order. So the likelihood of our area having one of those at all, it would never be the case. They always do that. Sometimes they make it out that, you can have huge savings, and they do. They just drop everything down for the sake of one unit. And that box has been elbow dropped beyond belief as well. So, yeah, that would have been a stay up till midnight last night job and see what was available where. Because I wonder actually what the original stock would have been like, because obviously it would have dropped. Then we've checked it, and it's obviously dropped. It's dropped again. So But no, they've got the Game Boy. They've got the Game Boy, and so they're going to get all of the. Well, they've got everything on here. These do have big things for sales, but they have also got the games, because we're looking at this. The Lego City Undercover is actually a really fun game, by the way. So if you just want it as a silly game, that's good fun. I've heard DC Supervillains is very, very good, and the Superheroes I have played. I think Jay's got that actually. That's a very, very good game. Star Wars Saga is good. I didn't even realize Ninjago was a thing, so that looks good. But obviously, been told that the Batman game wasn't very good on the Nintendo original Switch. I now don't know what to do with what. They've really still got they've got the Lego movie. They've still got all of these available. Weird when you just start looking at a random website and thinking that's been out of stock for years, and they've still got all those bits. Mad. It is amazing though how much stuff is available elsewhere. That's the crazy thing. Like you've got the Animal Crossing stuff. Obviously, that's all going. They've got a full line of all of these. So, like, this would be a good place to get stuff if you need to backtrack some things, rather than going like panicking and trying to get them from eBay or places. Just go to their affiliated bits, because the Pokemon store, as we know, has all three of the Pokemon sets. This will get the new Zelda in. This is the place to come for bigger sales sporadically as well. They will get all the big sales in these sorts of places. And I'm assuming John Lewis is going to be getting some new stuff in. I'm just amazed that they've not got anything for pre-order. They're not giving as much joy. They haven't given as much joy since, was it Insiders Weekend? They decided to change their business strategy on Insiders Weekend and just was like, nope, we're not doing that anymore. I'm just double checking what there is, because the Falcon, as we know, Falcon's overpriced. So with that Falcon was what, $480 or whatever it was in Argos. We know the Razor Quest's gone. So if the Falcon's going, I'm assuming John Lewis is going to be getting some more UCS Star Wars stuff. The fact that Lighthouse is still there is nuts. And then the Bowser's still available. Oh, no, sorry, the Bowser's gone. But the what was the one that was still available? Oh no, pass. Because that was the one. The modular that was at Argos was £50 off. Which is a standard price for John Lewis. John Lewis normally puts their stuff in at £50 anyway. But yeah, they've got lots and lots of stuff, but they haven't got anything. What is the newest? So they are. Oh, okay, right. So John Lewis, then they're getting the Star Wars stuff just like Smiths. So you now can get this Smart Brick stuff from absolutely everything. Let me come back through. There we go. Switch to a different beast for games. Yeah, that's what we were talking about last night with the games. And I don't know if the new Batman would work on there okay, or if it would be better on the PS5. But I can't take a PS5 through the airport and play it on an airplane. So that's the only thing. So that's what we were basically talking about with the games last night. So these are all kicking off again, 1st of March. No incentive apart from points to get it from the Lego website, but there's no incentive until they go into a sale unless you wanted it day one. Lightning McQueen is available. That's it. That's all they've got for pre-ordered. They have got the trophy there, but they haven't put that up to the top. The trophy is there somewhere. And the Japanese cherry blossoms sold out at so it's weird, isn't it? Because that is in the sale at John Argos. Because that's just with your discounting code that you've got. So remember, it's £50 off 200, £20 off 100, and £10 off 50, if I'm remembering that rightly. But no, you've got lots and lots and lots of things. But no, nothing. There's nothing in sale. The van, £24 Apparently that's a good build as well, which is nice. I don't know if anybody's going to get that van. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what is what. Right, I think that's it. I think that is it, and we are done. So the poll finished ages ago. We've gone through the torsos, we've gone all the way through the little bits and pieces. I think we'll start to wrap it up. So there's nothing else really to cover. I think we've covered all the bits and pieces that needed to be covered. So I will let you guys and go say goodbye to each other. All right, take care all now, in case anybody's on a bit of a delay. James says loves the Harry Potter games for the Lego. Yep. So the Harry Potter. I've played the Harry Potter games. I think the Harry Potter games are really bad. In all fairness, all the actual Lego games are great. They all really are very, very good with regards to just those bits and pieces. Which actually I don't know. Just before we go, is there an actual website for Lego games? Because they've got their own website for other bits and pieces, but have they got an actual website or not? Yes, they have. Right, there's an official studio. Hang on. Just get the games up. Right, so these are the games that are available. So I jumped the gun saying goodbye to everybody because clearly we're going to be looking at these games now. Hang on, Jane. Hang on. We're not yet. You got me off on this now. So the games from TT Games, you got the new Batman, which is going to be on PS5, Xbox, Switch 2. Oh, we got some to be announced, or is that gone? They got the Star Wars Saga, the Marvel Collection, Incredibles, Supervillains, Lego Movie 2, Superheroes 2, Ninjago game, Lego Worlds. I suppose that's supposed to be quite good. 17 that came out, 2017. Good grief. Harry Potter Collection, that was 2016. Star Wars 16. Avengers was 16. Ninjago Shadow of Rowan. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to start backtracking some of these now. 3DS. No, I won't be backtracking them. 2015. Jurassic World 2015. Dimensions. See, they did a game of Dimensions and the actual Lego line, and it lasted no time at all, so that didn't do very well. Batman Beyond Gotham 15. Hobbit 14. The original Lego movie was 2014. Lego City Undercover, great game that is, 2013. Lego City Undercover is Grand Theft Auto with Lego bricks. That is literally what this is. That is exactly what that is. Chima is the Legends of Chima. That was out in 2013. Lord of Your Ring. Has anybody got the Lord of the Rings in a game? Everybody's saying goodbye. My fault. So if you've gone, I do apologise. You'll be a bit of a shock when you come back on and see we've gone through these. I don't know if Sean is still with us, but have you got the... No, I'm still here, Sheba. Still here. Classes now. Sit down, everybody. Sit down. I've jumped the gun. Oh, God. Jay's got 45 minutes into his next coat. Good Lord, Jay. Sheba was clenching. Sheba was hanging on to one. He's ready to break his own new bend. Classic. Yeah, sit down, calm down. Yeah, this might get expensive for some of you guys and girls. So, what we got? So we got Lord of Your Ring, which was out in 2012. We got the Batman DC Superheroes, which was out in 2012. Harry Potter years. Of course, they did that weird thing, didn't they? So. Because obviously you've got the Harry Potter collection, which is all of them a little bit further up, which is all of them. And then these, they did them staggered. So they did year 5 to 7 in 2011. And in 2010, they did year 1 to 4. You've got the Clone Wars in 2011. You've got Pirates of the Caribbean in 2011. They've done a ton of games. And if you think, there's what... They were doing 2 or 3 a year. So they've sort of fell off on recent times. But what is all of this? Indiana Jones. They did Rock Band in 09, Lego Battles. What is Lego Battle? Hang on. Oh, what I'm going to have to do is just do this and just check something first. Oh, no. Right. Okay. We can do it. Right. So we can actually have a look at all of the artwork. There we go. So we'll be doing this then. This will keep Jay entertained as the paint starts to dry. So let us know what game you want to look at, and we'll click on the game. I'm clicking on the Ninjago one. Well, we'll start from the beginning. We'll start all the way back in 2020, in 2005 for this. Did anybody get Star Wars the video game? Which was out on Xbox, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 2, and the Nintendo GameCube. Play the most memorable, exhilarating scenes from The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith is what that one is all to do with. It has a single-player mode, and there's a drop-in, drop-out two-player mode as well, allowing a second player to enter with penetration or leave action wherever they want. There's also a free play. Well, that sounds filthy. Where they can unlock characters can be in a different scenario to those of the films. Have you played it? Is it any good? Let me know, and we'll move on. Yeah, class isn't out, I'm afraid. We're going to be... This isn't my fault. I was about to say goodbye, and now we're going on. So Jay said, I had all the original Star Wars Lego games. Had it on Xbox. There we go. Had all of them. Oh, how many... we'll soon find out how many they did. Oh, I see. Jay's doing some... That makes no sense to anybody else apart from me. And I've just gone, oh, all right. Okay. Well, yes. It's either that or on the toilet, isn't it? It's either one or the other. We did get concerned, Jay, that you were stuck on the floor as you were eating your chips, as you went very, very quiet. And we thought, well, you'd either fallen asleep, and Sean thought you broke your U-bend again. Well, you might have to now, Jane. I think you've got a choice. I think now all of us are going to be like, oh, this is a thing. I didn't realize this was a thing. Right. Second one. Second one. Right. I do. To be fair, what I really like doing is looking, because I always find like the artwork and stuff and the graphics literally a time capsule, because you just know that as we get later on, the graphics are so much more advanced. I mean, it does look like Luke has got a schlong just flopping around. I mean, that's not exactly how a Lego figure is. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with that. And that's just a very, very random pose. But it was all the way back when. So we are, release date was the 11th of September, 06. Yeah, so September, so that was in 06, and it was Xbox, Game Boy Advance, a Nintendo GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, and the Nintendo DS. So you can see how they've got into more and more games on this one. So it's from Darth Vader's pursuit of Princess Leia aboard the blockade runner to a showdown on the reconstructed Death Star. The game includes even more family-friendly live action. I'm sure Jay's completed every single one of these and can remember absolutely everything that is available within these games. So Jane's learning about the video games, and Jane loves a bit of IKEA, Jay. Jay is an IKEA guru and has like a collection of every single thing that IKEA has ever done. Ever done. Right, next one then. Moving on to the next one. Moving up to the third one. So they did 3 in a row, did they, before they started on the Indiana Jones? Right, so this is Again, you can just see how graphically that's changed. I do think that's Leia in a bikini as well. You have got 6th of November, 07. What's this? 360, PS3, the Wii. Remember the Wii? That'd been quite fun to play on the Wii. Xbox 360 and the DS. Well, they got the Xbox 360 on there twice. Adding new characters, new levels, new features, and for the first time ever, a chance to build the galaxy your way through a fun Star Wars galaxy. New gameplay features enhanced power force, new power-ups, new challenges, more puzzles through the creative thinking, teamwork, and unique building situations. Over 120 playable characters. Well, let's be honest. I think a lot of people now agree that the Lego games are better than the actual game that comes out along with it. And I think a lot of people said that for the last Star Wars game that came out, because it's just more fun. So I'm assuming they've always been that way, to be fair. But Indiana Jones is a thing. What does this look like? Here we go. Play through all 3 original Indiana Jones films. There we go. That'd be a cool thing. So it is the original adventures with Indiana Jones. Release date of this was the 3rd of June 08. Xbox 360, Wii, DS, PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3. And the PSP has now been added. God, this is literally a trip down memory lane of all of these older handheld things. Play through all 3 classic Indiana Jones movies and relive your favorite Indiana Jones adventures with the tongue-in-cheek world of Lego. More than 60 playable characters. Take control of Indy, of his friends. See, I am honestly still thinking of getting a Switch 2 to be able to play some of the Lego games on. Because I think I'll benefit more from that than a PS5, because I'm always moving around. And I think I would like to do that kind of thing. So I could play it in the hotels. Because I'm thinking of trying to get to some Lego parks this year. And I can see it coming in handy when there's nothing to watch on telly or whatever. Yeah, so we'll see. We will see, but yeah, the Switch 2 might be a good shout. Right, that's Indiana Jones. Right, the first Batman game. It's the first Batman with a bit of Robin. Hang on, I can see the chat moving about. What's going on with this? I can play with Jay. Oh, that'd be nice. Of course, I forget you've got one, Jay. I forget you've got one. You left it in the box for so long. I'm now tempted to pick up the Batman Lord of the Rings games. Well, it's not my fault. We'll get to. It's not my fault. I have not. The sole person for this to blame is this individual just here. If Jane had not mentioned anything, I would not have then gone out and gone, I'm sure there's a separate website that has all the games on, and here it is. So you have Jane to blame. Shibo, do not blame me. But I actually now I might end up at some point now, because of all of this, end up getting a Switch 2, just because it'd be good fun to beat Jay at some of the games. Well, you can. She will be having words with you. I don't know if Jay's got any new games. I don't know, Jay. That is a question to you. Modern Star Wars Complete Saga was set. Oh, there we go. So, Jay, what would you recommend getting? So the new Star. What the game the newest Star Wars one I've done, but there's a newer one than 2009, though, isn't there? So as we go up, I think there is a newer one. I played some of the Harry Potter stuff. The Lego City, which we'll get to, the Lego City Grand Theft Auto is just fun. It's stupid. You can literally hijack a car and crash into everybody, and their pieces go everywhere. And then you can literally, it's literally Grand Theft Auto in Lego form. Honestly, the format is exactly the same. Exactly the same. So if you just wanted something stupidity, the Lego City games, I actually had that on the PS3, was a good bit of fun. I've actually lost the tab. That's what I'm panicking. I'm like, where's the gaming tab gone? I'm scrolling up and down on the Lego website going, no, this is the tab. So the Lego Batman, the video game, came out on the 23rd of September, 08. It was 360, Wii, DS, and obviously it says Wii again. Journey through the first Lego Batman game. Feared criminal mastermind Arkham Asylum have escaped on the brink of overthrowing Gotham City. As the night falls, there's only one hero that can stop them. Batman. Take control of Batman and Robin and leap across the rooftops, Gotham City, dive into corrupt streets, or have a change of heart. The Joker, the Riddler, and other power-crazy characters plotting the Gotham demise. Well, to be fair, I think probably the best game to get would be the one that's about to come out, which is going to be The Dark Knight, because I think that looks incredible. But if you just want something that's a little bit of fun, the Marvel stuff's good fun. The Star Wars stuff's good fun. Obviously, you have lots of little missions and things. They make you think, though. They do make you think. But we are now moving into 09. So Lego Battles. What is Lego Battles? So you've got the pirates, the king, and you got whatever. Who is that? Oh my days! Who is that? Space? No. Yes. That's embarrassing. Who is that? I can't recognise that torso. It is a space. It's a space emblem, isn't it? It's just a beefed up space character. But you've got Redbeard and you've got those two I recognise straight away, but I just don't recognise the whole setup. Right, so battles. Are you ready to battle? A new game exclusively on Nintendo DS. No wonder nobody's heard about it. Came out in 09, released on the 9th of June. While playing Lego Battles, you will see pirate swordsmen fighting side by side with wizards and aliens, dragons battling ninjas, and pirate ships launching broadside against spacecraft and knights. I think that would have worked on any format, but obviously it's only worked on this. So that is what you could have got it on. So obviously they would have done exclusive stuff from time to time. Pumpkin is doing something. Wait. Pumpkin. She's doing something really annoying. Right, so Rock Band. What are you doing? Are you trying to get under the sofa? Hang on. In a live maneuverage. Stop it. Come on. What are you doing? You going to say hello or what? Stop it. He's been naughty. And Smudge is asleep on the sofa and he's just woken up, so he's now going to be grumpy. But this is Rock Bands, apparently. So Rock Bands is 3rd of November 2009, PS3, 360, Wii, Nintendo DS. Rock along with hits, classic favourites with the whole family to enjoy, including the Jackson 5's I Want You Back, Foo Fighters, Breakout Vampire, Weekend, A-Punk, Blur, with a song too, Carl's Douglas, Kung Fu Fighting, Europe's The Final Countdown, Good Charlotte's Boys and Girls, Pink, So What, just to name a few. Use the Lego character customizer to create and personalize your band, instrument, and entourage. Pull off killer riffs in the Lego-themed rock power challenges to perform amazing feats, such as destroying a giant robot summering in a storm of demolition skyscraper. Well, that's Jay's game. What are you two doing? Can you see them? Can you see what they're trying to do? I've got Smudges here, and he's found Pumpkin. It's not going to end well. Pumpkin. Having an argument with Pumpkin. Don't worry about that. She's just sat behind the sofa like, you can't get me. It's like, would you pack it in? Clawing the sofa. She just wants to go to bed. That's all it is. So, Jay, you should have had this in your life, bearing in mind you're a rock god. And you never told me about this, did you? So I'm learning new. Second Indiana Jones. The adventure continues. So how does it continue? The first game is all of the films. So how have they spun this one? Indy returns to his biggest adventures yet. PS3, PSP, 360, Wii, DS. Came out in 09, 17th of November. Battle through all four movies, including new levels from the original adventures and your favourite new moments from the Kingdom of Crystal Skull. Is the 09 film the really bad one? It is, isn't it? Isn't it the one where he survives the explosion in a refrigerator or something? I'm sure there's some toxic thing. They are cats. They are cats. Blind. he's gone blind. Yeah, the cats. Pumpkin and Smudge. Yeah. Oh, you're blind, but you can't see them. So hang on. That's Smudge. And Pumpkin was the one that's causing trouble. So, but you can't see when that's there. There's Smudge. Pumpkin and Smudge. It's like, that's the one. that's the comment of the night. I thought that was the film. Favorite moment from Crystal Skull when it ended. I've heard that. I don't think I've watched it. Oh, Smudge is an absolute tank. Like a tank. Aren't you? See? He's got a heart shape underneath his chin as well. But he was asleep on this one. He was asleep right behind me. And he's just got woken up by Pumpkin, who is now not in his best books. So hopefully he'll go back to sleep. Right. So Indiana Jones, the film that kept on giving. The write-up's fantastic. That's it. It's the worst write-up they've done. I know there's videos to be played, and I could show you the trailers, but I just can't be dealing with the copyright issues on them. So they just don't like it. For whatever reason, even if you speak over it, they flag it for some reason. So not impressed with that, to be fair. Right, moving back up. So we are into Harry Potter year 1 to 4. So you can see how graphically they've just got much, much better. So year 1 to 4 was released in 2010, 29th of June. PS3, PS2, PSP, DS 360. Explore Hogwarts, School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Learn to spell, brew potions, and relive the adventures like never before with tongue-in-cheek humour and creative customization that's unique to the LEGO video games. That's something they do very well. Connect the bricks from Privet Drive to, can't even pronounce that, whatever tournament, Twizzard tournament, and experience the magic of Harry Potter's adventure Lego style. Play as Harry, Ron, Hermione, as well as other favourite characters. Explore Hogwarts, Diagon Alley, Forbidden Forest, and the village of Hogsmeade, and more. Cast a spell with friends. Play through the first 4 stories as team or cooperative play. There we go. So if you had any friends, you could play with them. So, yeah. So, to be fair, there's such big writing on the left-hand side. I don't need to read what they've just said, but clearly they think a lot more about Harry Potter than what they do about the what about Indiana Jones? Right, we're going into Star Wars 3: Attack of the Clones. Pumpkin's now just jumped in a box, so she's suddenly gone hyper. That's what it is. So Star Wars 3: Attack of the Clones. Look how graphically much better that's got. So this was released in 2011, 360, PS3, PSP, Wii, DS. Players can now enjoy brand new game mechanics, allowing them to create, control, and explore in a galaxy far, far away like never before. In addition to the breathtaking visuals, as well as new characters and levels in the game, funny enough, signature tongue-in-cheek humour from the LEGO universe, copy and paste. The LEGO Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars allows fans endlessly explore and laugh their way through Star Wars galaxy in the most humorous, accessible, and action-packed LEGO games to date. There you go. Now, if I hit scroll, it just takes me to there. That's all right. Because obviously, if you go underneath again, you've got all the games and you can watch it on YouTube. So if you want to, you can do. Right, Pirates of your Caribbean. So look at this. Did you know this was a thing? You can read the stuff on the left, and I will read. Well, I can read that for you. Experience the adventures of all first three films. There you go. Experience the memorable scenes from the first three films, as well as those in the fourth film of the Pirates of the Caribbean on Strange Tides, in this humorous and quirky Lego video game style. Wow. They didn't like that, did they? They were like, no, we don't like this game, so we're not going to write anything about it whatsoever. That's boring. That's boring. Right, Potter, 5 to 7. Let me guess. I'll look at that. Amazing artwork, 5 to 7. Scroll it down. Everything. Oh no, they don't care about that. Oh, they've just got bored. Because we did this with the Winter Village stuff, didn't we? And it went from being really detailed stuff to all of a sudden just nothing. There was just nothing there. So Harry Potter 5 to 7 take place through the Harry Potter. So yeah, you can read that for yourself. So this came out on the 11th of November 2011. How many more games are there? Loads of them. We'll just do a couple more, and I think what we'll do do a Lego game night as well. Because what game do you want me to click on so you can see? Is it Lord of the Rings? Who wanted Lord of the Rings? Let's just click on these. We'll do Lord of the Rings. So that looks very good. Look at him. That's what you want as a minifigure element with the shield and things. That's how it wants to be. Yeah, I already beat you all to it. Already beat you to it. So yeah, we'll just cover a few, and then we'll do it on a separate night because there's tons and tons and tons of them. So we'll just do it on a separate night. But his ring's all lit up, so he's sore. He's got a stinging ring around his neck. He's holding a pan. Where's the really annoying ones? Oh, funny. They're eating. Of course they're eating. Yes. Oh, he sat on something. There we go. So that looks a good bit of fun. Right, with this, do they actually care about Lord of the Ring or not? Fun for the whole family. 30th of October 2012. It was available on the DS, the Wii, Xbox 360, PS3, PSP, Nintendo 3DS, and the Wii U. Based on the Lord of the Rings motion picture trilogy, Lord of the Rings takes place through the epic events, through the classic story re-imaged with humor and endless variety of Lego play. And that is, well, obviously I'm not going to play it, but that is what that looks like. So if you want to find it, because the Lego YouTube channel has everything. They've got like at the moment, they've got a 24/7 non-stop of Ninjago of every single thing they've ever done non-stop, just as a one upload. So they've got lots of little bits and pieces that you can do. Oh, Ryan, well, I'm using a bit of different software, so I can't actually see. So Ryan's getting caught out. So I can't see it, I'm afraid, because I've got a different bit of software, so it runs slightly differently, which is a little bit annoying. So it's nothing I'm doing my end. So it's just YouTube being a bit fruity. So catching Lord of your Ring is what it is. So yeah, that is what that looks like. So how many actually is there? Hang on, we've just done Lord of the Rings. How many more is there to go? We've got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's far too many. We'll have to do this as a separate thing. This will take me, what, an hour? I reckon it would take me an hour to get through all of these and look at the artwork. So we could just do this one night of the week and just cut through it. But what I do want to do is I want to click on this, Ninjago Shadow of the Ronin. What is this? Oh. I know what this is. Help them reclaim their powers before Ronin completes his plan and releases even greater evil on Ninjago. He was an amazing character, and I have him in minifigure form. So I didn't realize they did it in the game. 2015 that came out in the 3DS and the PS Vita. And the other Ninjago one is the movie. just literally taking screenshots from the actual film, I think. This came out on PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox XS. God, they've got all this. It's amazing, isn't it? All of a sudden, just within a year, all the different bits, all the platforms and stuff change. But no, they have done so many things. Anything else you guys want to click on? I'll just go from top to bottom so you can see what they all are. So you've got the new Batman Dark Knight. Well, obviously, we're going to have to click on that. This looks great. So this is coming out on PS5, the Switch 2, and the Xbox. Become the Dark Knight in the Battle of Gotham City in the most famous supervillain story-led world, open adventures from the TT games of all blah, 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 blah. The essential Batman. Oh, see, this is it. This is why it's going to take so long. Because I think the newer ones will have all of these. So no, I'm not going to ever be able to get through that. Not now. The essential Batman story. Embark on a journey that begins with the oranges of Batman. Origins. There we go. Oranges of Batman as a young Bruce Wayne trains with the League of Shadows, becomes a hero of Gotham City, builds a new family of allies with Jim Gordon, Catwoman, Robin, Nightwing, and Batgirl. Confront ever-growing threat from across the Batman gallery, as you face the Joker, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, Batman, and more. Now, if you want to watch the Dark Knight films and you have access to ITVX, all 3 films are on there at the moment, including the one that they never, ever put on any of the flights, which is the one in the middle. So you have all 3 of them. So you've got the one with the Joker in it as well. For whatever reason, the airlines don't like the Dark Knight. They like Batman Begins and they like the Dark Knight Returns, but they don't like the Dark Knight. So I don't know if they just think it's too dark or for whatever reason it's not suitable for a plane, even though there is 18 films on a plane. Players Lego Batman, an exhilarating new combat system, featured fluid combined strength techniques, character abilities, take on Gotham across the streets, rooftops, Gotham City, customize your back suits, weld cutting-edge gadgets, including batarangs, dynamite. Yeah, so we'll cover this on a complete, we will do this on a completely separate upload, because obviously my screen grab's just talking about Marvel bits and pieces. So if anybody's into their Lego gaming, we might do this on maybe Sunday night. We might just do this for an hour on Sunday and just cover all of these games because there's tons and tons and tons of them. So we can have a look at this. And then what we will do is we will link the sets to the games. But there's been a bit of a hiatus, though. That's a big word for me, because the Lego Marvel collection was 19. The Star Wars, the Skywalker saga was 22. And this isn't coming out until 26. So if you think how fast these were actually being spat out. So if we just cover the dates quickly, we've got 26, 22, 19, 19, 18, 18, 17, 17, 17, 16, 16, 16, 15, 15, 15, 15, so there's 4 for 15, 14, 14, 13, 13, 13, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11, 10. Yeah, so they went from having loads and loads and loads of games to all of a sudden, I wonder what the massive gap was. There must have been a reason for it. I wonder if anybody actually knows. I might try and do a little bit of research. Jane says, chat, PS5 or Switch 2? I have the Switch 1. How can we delete this website before the next stream? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I have a word with my Russian hackers to strike down. Yeah, so if you're not into your gaming, at least we can look at the Lego sets that go along with it. So if you're a Marvel DC fan, do a gaming night. Yeah. Black Sheep 2 a.m. special. No, we won't be doing that. Oh, Jay says we need a Lego Zelda game. Well, that is very true. That is very, very true. But yeah, we'll do just for an hour. We'll cover it on an hour on the next stream. Right, guys, that's it. I'm gonna go because we could literally carry on with this for the next few hours. But I think Jay's paint is pretty much dried. I'll go before you guys and go start spending too much money. Now, there is nothing. Don't start me on the Mega Drive because we'll tuck straight into all of the Sonic. We'll tuck straight into the Sonic the Hedgehog sets because that was what I grew up on. I grew up on the Mega Drive. There's nothing wrong with the Mega Drive whatsoever. But Now, this is not a drill. I will say goodbye again. I'll let you guys go say goodbye to each other. Sean the Black Sheep. Go on. Yes. Yes, Sean. How can I help? Can I go to the toilet? Well, yeah, yes, you may. You may go. I'm going now as well. So that's that. Jay says before we go, the Switch 2 has the most Mega Drive games to download. So it depends, Jane, on what it is you like. So I'm thinking I've always had Sony product. I've always had a Sony. I haven't anyway. You haven't seen my whole pass, right? Take care, all. You take care. We'll cover this. We'll do this on Sunday evening. So if you're bored on Sunday, we'll go over all the Lego games and link it to all of the sets that were in that game. So like the Incredibles, for example, there'll be Lego sets for that. The DC villains, there's sets for that. We'll look at the Lego movie stuff as well as the games. So yeah, it should be a good bit of fun actually. So we'll do that on Sunday. Right, guys, I'll probably be doing a build tomorrow anyway. So if you're bored, I'll be on in the afternoon and we'll just be doing a live stream build. And then on Sunday, we'll cover the games with the Lego sets. Right, everybody, you take it easy and I will catch up with you all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye, bye, bye.